going. We're live. Hello.
We're live.
We're alive from
Hello.
Encino, California. Don't mind this box from Bontech. There's nothing to see there.
I see what looks to be... What is that? Is that an MK3 extruder body?
Could be.
It is. Yes.
So I like this SKR case because you can put on add-on modules onto it. So if you want it to hold a Raspberry Pi or a MOSFET, you can just attach these add-ons to your case.
And then you just raise the height up the butt?
Yep. I mean, it's just a case, so...
Or are you putting in, or do you put that on?
Here.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if that was on one way or the other, right? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Salty, get in here.
Salts. Playing your video games.
J After Dark, all you had to do was add J in front of it, and you'd have... Oh, man. What lights do I use for my printers? I use NeoPixels. Those are what's attached on all these. What's funny is I didn't install NeoPixels on this printer. I just realized that I did all that work, and I didn't install NeoPixels. Guess it doesn't get any. Oh, all right. I'm sending a link to the man himself. And not to Ryan, though. Ryan doesn't get a link. No link for you, Ryan.
No, he's not allowed to stream. He's on timeout.
Yep, he's on timeout. Too many drugs.
Or not enough. We don't know yet.
Something like that. What's up, Sean Butler? All right, search for the old saltiness. There's Wayne. There's a message box.
Oh, DJI. What have you done?
Everything. StreamYard link.
So, I have a DJI Mavic
What's up,
Air.
Steven? No, you don't.
I do.
Prove it.
It's upstairs, and I'm not. So no, it's fantastic, right? Like it's a great little drone for what it is for me. And now they've, as they've been going on and redoing the drones, they all look the same.
Yeah.
The Mavic Air was a different style. Now this one looks, this DJI Mavic Air 2, which I just saw was released. I just got an email about it. It's a DJI Mavic smaller, it looks like.
Oh, smaller's good.
But they just did the Mavic Mini. So it's like they just keep figuring out a way of subdividing their market value.
Well, yeah.
We've got this low-end one and this high-end one. We're going to subdivide that with a middle-range one. And then we're going to subdivide that again with another
Wayne. Hey, what's up, Wayne?
Oh, are those the new headphones, Wayne? Fancy, huh?
Yes, they are. They work well.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yep.
We need them to work less well. So are you printing anything on the MMU right now?
I'm just printing a there we go. Now I won't get double voice. No, I'm just printing a couple of spools, blank spool holders for some of the MakerBox filament samples.
Megabox.
Or MakerBox.
I prefer Megabox. I'm going to start my own filament nonsense. I'm calling it Megabox. I don't care what anybody says.
And I'm going to start one called an Omega Box.
Ooh.
I'll sign up for them.
Yeah, but mine won't come with any filament samples.
It'll just be a really big box.
Yeah, I'm just going to ship a really expensive box to people that they can put stuff in. It'll be decorated with filament scraps that I'll glue onto it. I think this is the first day in a while I don't have a single printer running. Mind you, I have to dry the filament that is on the printer if I want to start using it, but...
I cleaned part of my desk today.
What?
Like a significant part. And then I spent more stupid money.
Well, I didn't clean anything today. I went grocery shopping and played Animal Crossing most of the entire day. Wayne's got to add me as a friend so we can visit each other's islands.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And
I mean, I keep teasing my grandson that this game is so boring. And it's like, why do you play this? It's so boring. And it's no, it's not. It's not boring, Grandpa. It's not boring.
You know what's funny is it is boring, but it kills the time and it costs no money to continue playing it every day. That's
The
what I
game's
need.
not free.
Yeah, it's not one of those games where it's free. Gosh. Oh, I can hear it.
What?
Hey, what's up, Stacy Tyler?
What do you hear?
I hear them playing the Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you heard me eating chips. I was like, I installed a filter.
No, you didn't. No
A chip-
filter
it's
for
a-
you.
It's specifically a chip filter.
You're a chip. Yeah. I mean, I can hear the crunchy crunch, but it's very quiet and very subdued.
Well, and then
Not like it is normally.
it probably gets better as time goes on.
It's got AI, right?
So love the AI.
Right? I can't wait till it takes my job. I'll just stay
I
home.
don't even
and
have a
be
job.
Like,
It took mine.
It takes pictures for me.
Hey, I just realized there was a chat.
Yeah, there's chat.
Oh, you're in Hey X Hey has multiple DJI drones. And Sean Butler, 3D Obsession, Stacy Tyler, the
Speaking
Butreon.
of-
Oh, there's Butreon.
Butreon's in
Drones. I have a Inspire that I was looking at selling.
Ooh.
Those
Yeah,
are
Monkey's
a
always
price
in the
tag and a
house.
half.
Yeah, I think I
And
paid
Techie Dad.
1,700 for it when it first came out. The first one, the Inspire one.
Damn, son. I need Wayne's job.
That's cheaper than my Mavic Air was.
How is the drug trade these days?
Not bad.
Well, with all this social distancing, it's kind of gone a little low.
You just leave the bags at the front porch.
Just use the
hope there's
drone
money in the
sales.
mailbox.
Just dropping with the drone.
That. Stop it, monkey. Stop being so smart. I will tighten this thing. Why is my chat way below the screen, or is this normal? I don't know.
I don't know. Off to the right hand side.
If you're on mobile,
Maybe
it's way
you're
at the bottom.
in theater mode.
Yeah, theater mode.
There's a square button, like a little rectangle, between
Here's-
probably a play on TV and a mini player. Just hit the default view or the letter T, and it should go.
What? Why doesn't my GitHub link work in the description? Should have probably put that in today's. My neighbor has a drive-up dealer. What? Covert
Not
hand
bad.
hops from 6 feet away. Y'all crazy. But that's why I love you all. You're crazy in a good old-fashioned way.
Oh, I get my my bear upgrade this Friday. It's supposed to be delivered.
Friday.
Dude, I'm excited. Are you ready?
For my upgrade?
Yep.
I got everything printed, and it's
Yes.
ready to go.
But are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm always ready. When it comes to upgrading, tinkering, and tearing apart printers, I live for that.
So
Better not be any sarcasm in there, because that's literally my life.
I'm supposed to have my Predator by now.
Yeah, you know what? You get nothing.
No. So
You can
my
have
buddy's
a bag
working on
of what's that stuff? You can have a bag of all dressed
Oregano?
up chips instead.
I thought you said I have a bag of oregano. That'd be pretty
No,
good.
no, you get a bag of all dressed up chips, and that's it. No predator.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get it tomorrow or Wednesday.
Ooh, girl, I'm excited for that too.
Does that mean R2's almost done?
Have any of you printed the I-beam lost wax casting peel? I have not.
Uh-uh.
That sounds amazing. I know you can use regular PLA for lost wax, but it's not the most effective. And I've also never
For
tried that.
Butcheon?
Ooh, Stacy's pita chips. Oh, those are good. I like the pita chips. I went out to the grocery store and picked up cinnamon caramel corn puffs. So I don't know if you ever had corn puff cereal. Imagine that, but coated in cinnamon sugar, and just eat them as a snack.
Oh,
It's like crack. So that was a fun, whenever I go grocery shopping, like, you don't want me to be the person to go grocery shopping for you. Like, if I had a family and they're like, all right, hun, you go get the groceries today, it'd just be a bunch of random crap that doesn't go together. Because I'm one of those people, I'm like, ooh, I've never had this. Ooh, I've never had that. And my shopping cart, like, I just grabbed a basket and I was like, oh, I'll just grab a few things. Like, I'm not really out of anything, but, it's good to have stuff. I fill up the whole hand, like the whole thing, and I was like holding stuff in one arm too. I'm like, I didn't really plan correctly for my shopping.
Went to Costco yesterday.
Ooh, to Costco. We have one of those. I've never been to the one here.
And I'm not usually one to do the shopping because I have the problem of that looks good. I'm gonna get that. Oh, that looks good. I'm gonna eat. Okay, we're eating that. We're eating this. We're eating that.
So you're me.
Yeah, I added a few things to the list, like turkey pepperettes and some cheese and some smoky cheese and
Yeah, people eat this.
a bunch of sausages and
Ooh, gotta love it when
Gatorade.
people
Like,
add the sausages.
oh, just everything. Plus these chips. These chips
Yeah.
had to be bought.
Oh yeah.
And then I check out, and they said it was $359, and I said, "Whoa, thanks, Costco." But we're a family of four.
As an alcoholic and can it be air fried? I like the way you shop there, Sean.
Oh, that's a good way of doing things too.
The grocery store I went to today, they don't sell alcohol.
They don't sell alcohol at Costco.
Well, this makes sense. They're not really a
That
grocery
must be
store.
depends on where you're at because they have it at Costco here in Washington.
Canada Land, not in Costco.
Oh yeah.
You Canadians.
Sorry, Ontario.
That's not Canada anymore? Are you guys
I don't want to speak for the whole country because I
y'all-
don't 100% know.
Is Ottawa like Texas? It's its own entity?
It's in Ontario.
Okay. Or Ontario, sorry. That's why my wife won't let me shop, yeah. I mean, I find good stuff, but it just doesn't go together. Like, I bought 2 green peppers and an onion. But I didn't buy anything that goes with it. I just like adding green peppers and onions to my eggs, and I had eggs. But, like, again, like, I didn't make a plan. I just started grabbing stuff. I'm like, oh.
No, my wife on the grocery list, it said meat. So I'm like, do you want chicken? Do you want pork? Do you want beef? Like, what do you want from me, woman? So, you know what I got? Chicken,
Pepperoni.
pork, beef, sausages. I got it all.
Yeah, you said meat, so I got all the meat.
Yeah. Sorry, is this not Arby's?
All the meat. Oh, I love their ads. I also really love their, I don't know if they have it in Canada, but they have the sliders. The Hawaiian roll sliders are my favorite thing. Like, I'll just go there and buy like 2 jalapeno roast beef sliders. I'm good. Like, that's my super fast. Like, crap, I gotta be here in 10 minutes.
I don't go to Arby's, but so I don't know 100% if we have them or not. But the curly fries, last time I went, that's the jam.
You didn't buy any vegetables, Jordan? Come on now.
Oh, I got baby carrots. An obscene amount of baby carrots.
Did you get peanut butter for the baby carrots? Because that's just my jam.
We had a lot.
Okay.
I
love me the peanut butter with the
2 different kinds of cereals.
I also got cereal.
I got a 2 kilogram bag of peanut M&Ms.
No, he just made up a new name for weight. Yep. What country do you live in when they sell shit in kilograms? God,
the right one?
Did you buy a roll of filament with that order, sir?
Yeah, that's the funny part is you know how much 2 kilograms is.
Yeah, I do.
Only that it's in M&Ms.
Oh, shit.
peanut M&Ms though.
I know
so.
how many PPEs I can print with all those M&Ms.
And I don't know what other good stuff I got.
It's
Like a
Canada. You never got some all dressed up chips.
No, I did get some Doritos.
Oh, which flavor though? You guys got some
Just
funky flavors.
the standard nacho.
Oh. Well, somehow I misplaced 62209s. So I gotta dig around.
In the black box that says Big Tree? Tiny one about this big?
No, they came with the GTR board. But I pulled the GTR board to show people the GTR board, but the rest of the stuff that was with the GTR isn't down here. I don't know where that box went. So I know where the GTR is, it's right there. But where the box is for the GTR, I do not know where that is. Because here's the GTR. So if you ever want 11 stepper drivers on your printer, I got you. But I don't know where the package is. Well, I don't know where I set the package. Probably fell off the table somewhere. Oh, there's a Big Tree Tech box there. I'm going to look at... Oh, nope. It came in a box that said Happy something. Keith sent it to me, so I just got to find a box. Keith, what kind of box would you use? I got to think like a Keith. So I got to think I'm a DJ as I talk. Because he's got that sexy DJ voice. So what's Wayne been up to lately? Anything fun and dandy?
Cleaning out my garage, hoping to turn that into my new makerspace. I got to make room for more printers.
How many printers do you have already?
Right now, I just have two. I got the MK3.
Yep.
And then the CR10S Pro.
Nice.
But come Monday, I get to start building a rail core.
Woohoo! Ooh, you finally ordered a rail core.
Oh yeah.
You excited?
Very much so. I got a hold of them to find out if they were still shipping or by the end of the month.
Yeah.
And they said that, or Philistruder said that they were still waiting on the bed heaters.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't need no stinking heater.
Yeah, you don't need a heated bed. What kind of technology is that?
Yeah, they're sending the printer without the bed heater.
Okay.
And
so
then once that comes in, then I can add it.
Nice. Yeah, I know that Printed Solid is going to start carrying the rail core soon.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm excited for that because they're going to do a bunch of upgrades. So their kit's going to have some upgrades that the Philistruder one doesn't have. So, because Dave has, his own cutting and CNC and laser stuff, so he can make stuff for it cheaper. And he can offer it for the same price as you'd pay for a normal rail core. You get a rail core plus.
Well, and it could be the rail core Sir Layers a Lot edition or something, right?
Yeah, basically.
Ooh,
it's just super cool.
The Railcore Knights edition. Dave, I got that. That's mine. You want it? Railcore me.
What's up, Steven? I don't think Dave's in chat. I sent him an invite to join the video stream, but he's probably was not printing. He was extruding filament all day.
Well, I'm just going to keep that one in my back pocket then until he gets here.
You know what? I think it might be down there.
In my back pocket?
No, my
because I don't have your steppers,
drivers.
bro.
You might have my steppers, you shady Canadian.
I don't know. Steppers, strippers, you pay them $5, anything happens.
Well, pay me $5 about anything happens.
I know.
I'm a cheap date. All right, I'm gonna go find these steppers.
But yeah, I want to start getting into photography. So I thought about getting rid of the Inspire, selling the Inspire drone, so I can get some nice camera equipment, or beginner camera equipment anyway.
Just hold the drone. It's got a nice camera on it.
And I have the Mavic Air, and I figured, I could use that in a pinch if I want to get some aerial photos.
I love the Mavic Air. It's so much fun. Yeah, I had to buy stupid monitor stand now that I'm adjusting the way I'm sitting.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Discord today.
So I got a gas shock one, even though I don't think I'm going to move them anywhere. But apparently it's nice if you have them up a little high and then you kind of lean back. You want them down low or come forward.
Yeah.
It was $20 more than the one that's static. So to not have to buy it twice, $20 is a good price.
Yeah, I wish I had room for a second monitor. I miss having two monitors. Right now I just have the one.
Yeah, I don't know how people like. I hadn't used a computer regularly for years. I was a tradesman, so I grew up with computers. I did a lot with computers when I was older, but I didn't really do without them. Like, haven't worked on them steady for a long time. And I built this thing, and I got the dual monitors, and I don't know how people do it without. Like, I've got stuff on one screen, I've got an Excel sheet on the other. Like, if I'm doing work, it's just you need two.
Yeah. Yay!
I put it in
Nailed
my box
it.
with my Anycubic Linear Plus. I don't know why I put it in that box, but I did.
Huh. Linear Plus, eh?
Yeah, I've got one that I have never built. It just sits there.
Why don't you build it?
I have no idea. I just have this like love of Cartesian printers.
That's why I'm really looking forward to the Delta. And I've been debating back and forth that when this all is over and I finish up a couple of these things, getting the MK3. But I'm kind of thinking I'm going to build a like a Core XY instead. Either a kit Core XY or upgrade something, or I don't know exactly the.
I might go Voron just so I can get my feet in the water.
Like I really want an MK3, despite whatever issues or systems or problem is. I really want one because I think it would kind of put to rest either some of my suspicions or guarantee them through. I don't know, but Core XY is something I don't have. I have Cartesians. I'm gonna have the Delta. So the next logical one is Core XY.
Oh no, the next logical one is a sliding gantry printer.
Thing is awesome.
They're new and hot. And Techie Dad,
Yeah.
I mean, it's for sale, but trust me, it's missing a lot of components. I stripped out the board and everything because I was going to do it as a duet, and I was going to extend the height. Because normally I think the build volume is like 275 or 280 is the build volume. I was going to double that. So I have a standing order with LDO because they already have me linear rails and the extended extrusion, so I can make it taller. It's really easy to make taller because it's just extrusion.
Right.
And I was going to put a smart effector and a duet board, and I have all that. Like I got a smart effector. I bought it last year.
Did I show you this?
Yeah, you showed me that.
It's a duet board. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a Maestro.
I don't have any of the connectors for it in this box, apparently, though.
What?
And they use their own silly connectors.
But see, here's my logic again. Like, I'm sitting here looking at this Linear Plus, and I'm like, I'm going to put like $800 into it. I'm really close to just buying an Artemis at this point.
Yes.
So, because I'm going to put a full Duet 2 into it. I'm going to put
Smart effector.
Smart effector. So there's $300 or $400.
But those already come on the Artemis, don't they?
They have their own. Yeah, the Duet comes with Artemis has its own smart effector, but it's just
it's a smart. Yeah.
Yeah. And
then it's got
a taller. I'm going to put the taller Z on it. I'm going to put a panel Do 5 on it because there's no other screen that works on a Duet, regular Duet, besides the 7. I mean, I'm at like $600. They're not including like I have to buy more belt and new pulleys and new idlers, and I'm gonna put 0.9 degree motors on it. Like I have everything here. It's
this thing will run on a 128/64.
That one will. The Maestro will.
Yeah, that's
we've got
pretty
a princess.
Handy. Hey.
you're pretty handy, but that's only because you like to touch people.
Now,
What?
could I just put DuPont on that?
What do you mean
On the
DuPonts?
Like, do I have to use their Duet connectors,
Yeah,
or can I?
DuPonts don't really fit in there correctly. They they bend their connectors over. You can buy a connector kit. They're like $5, and it comes with the exact connector kit that you get when you buy it brand new.
Yeah, in America land.
Oh, you can't get that in Canada, do you?
No, I think I can.
Did you get my package?
Not yet. But I think
Canadian
wherever I was, this company that I dealt with, I can't get them there. Where did I find them?
Internet.
But it was
see, I won't have a filament runout sensor on this
little
printer.
pricey, or I think they were sold out. So
Okay, I don't need to remove any pins. All right, let's see if I can llama this by shoving things in incorrectly. Yeah, because here's what llama complains about. Right here, this one. So the connector, where is it? Hide my face so my camera focuses on me. See how the connector's all bent one way?
Yeah.
Like there's a
the
gap
red one?
and the red, yeah, there's a gap there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a compression fit. So when you put it together and you do it correctly, like on a table, the compression fit, once you put the chip in
flares against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it keeps it from, jiggling out. And he's all
But
like,
also,
that's a design flaw.
Even on regular, like 2-row, where you don't have to have the diag pins like that.
Well, the diag pins are straight. It's that last channel that they're all bent.
No, but I'm saying
slightly
like
on the outside.
They're all like that. Yeah, the red line is always bent out like that. So you always have to kind of seat them just a little. You can't just be like push in the dark upside down llama.
Mr. John Mac, are there any general reasons not to get a tall bear? You should get a tall bear. I actually have a taller bear frame, but it's for a Mark 2.5. I was going to convert all my 2.5s to tall bears, but I've converted all. Let me go back to normal. I don't have to be. I'm not doing anything important. I ordered a Zerabo instead because it's 320, so that should ship this week. So next week I should have my Zerabo, and I have all the parts ready for that. But they sell extended frames for a bear. Like, I don't see why not. Hey, it's Brian Vines, that guy who won the Rainbow Bear frame.
Hey.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, crap.
Oh, snap.
Joe Mike in the house.
Hey, I know that guy. That's a Joe Mike.
That is.
Howdy ho.
That's Jordan. Oh, hey, Salty.
How you doing?
I had to bring in the world champion 3D printer of 2020 in here. I can't have him on everyone else's stream and not mine at least once. No.
Yeah, I can't wait for Sid's next big MMU model.
I'm excited just to see what you print with it. Like, I'm over here going like, oh yeah, I've seen some really cool MMU prints, and then I'll just like, nope, I have never seen a cooler MMU print in my life. I don't care.
think a cooler MMU print exists.
I'm like, I've seen some people say that they've done the best one, but I'm like, yeah, okay, that American flag thing looks really cool, but that Kingfisher, you game over, guys. Like,
well, and some of the trick of that is the solid infill on things, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. How he was coming up with that, and we were working on trying to get different transparent colors to overlap and create yet another color.
Right. If you had like a dark blue on the inside and a translucent blue on the outside, it could give a new depth.
Right.
Y'all
we've been
are
doing some
making me
experiments
want
with
an
that.
MMU.
Yeah.
I got two more. I got rid of one of them.
I don't need an MMU.
I also got a Palette 2 Pro.
Can I have that?
Where are all the deltas at?
Have.
Where are all the deltas at?
Delta's
They're
in
in
the
my
house.
Wait.
Mine's in the mail. That's what we'll call it.
This is going to be a pain in the butt.
I want a Delta. I don't know why. I just do.
I just
So do I, which is why I got one.
I
Yeah,
built one from
shush.
scratch.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that stimulus check so I can buy it. So I can buy another printer.
You're in Texas. You don't get a stimulus check.
So you can stimulate the economy, you dirty bird.
You
Mhm.
better buy only from Artemis then, because buying from anyone else would not stimulate the economy.
Oh crap! It's,
Can
well,
I afford an Artemis with that?
If you had a full 1200, you'd be really close.
there's your damn Delta.
Look at that, baby.
Nice.
Nice.
I like how it wobbles.
It does. It's. This is all homebrew, man.
What?
It's got. Yeah, totally sourced it, built it from scratch. It's got a bird air cooler on it.
Does it print?
It does.
Oh, shit.
It prints decent.
Why is it not printing right now then?
Yeah.
It's more of a pain than anything else, really. And the bird air is stupid loud.
Yeah, it is.
I
Hey,
mean, it's like,
Stacy, I'm not Dallas, but I'm Waco, so I'm only an hour and a half away from you.
What's up,
Whoa.
WFO writer?
So Mr. BV3D got himself a rainbow bear.
And he has no
Yeah, he
proof
did.
printers, does he?
He
I
does
think
have
he
an
has one.
MK3. He has an
Oh, he does?
MK3.
Oh, one of those.
But I don't like how he has a bear frame, dirty bastard.
you don't technically need a Prusa to utilize a bear frame. All you need is like a pretty decent clone. I mean, this one used to be a Matter Hacker's Pulse,
Gosh.
and now it's
Right.
Red
better.
light?
It's fixed.
Yeah, so $18.99. I mean, you're only $700 away from getting an Artemis, and that's made in the USA. They machine majority of their parts in house.
Okay, so it
And-
would be stimulating the economy.
Yeah, that would be simulating because I think they're at least 80 to 90% everything's made in house. I think the motors.
Oh, CNC?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They're the-
Steve's pretty much tries to control every aspect of it that he can.
Yeah. Jake from Straight Pulse Equals Fail. Hey Jake, how
Yeah.
was talking about the I loved your comment to Vlad today on Twitter. That was the best. I've never seen someone attack Joel Telling on Twitter before. Like straight up say you're a shill. Like, okay. Go ahead. Let's see how well this ends for you.
Yeah.
Who attacked
I've
Joel?
seen it before.
It was Vlad from Nova Hot End, the Nova Hot End guy. He was just like, "Screw you, Joel." I have no other way to put it. Like,
well, make a better product.
he makes the best product. You don't understand.
I told him to, like, dude, like, you're too close to it to, like, when you're the owner and the designer of a thing and somebody says something negatively, you instantly go into, like,
And Joel didn't
defend
say anything
mode.
negative of the product. He knocked him.
Well, he said
because
something negative about the company, right? Because he said that this guy had used a bot thing at one point.
Yeah. He was using a bot to respond to everyone.
Which is not that bad of a comment. Like, we've seen worse.
Yeah.
We've been around worse.
Oh, yeah.
And I told this Vlad guy, I'm like, dude, like, you shit the bed there.
Like your only celebrity is someone who's not a celebrity right now that's using it. Like, he's got a bunch of people that have it, but none of them are actually like have clout in the industry.
Well, and
like,
the problem is he was saying that he had been a high-paying patron of Joel's for a while on the feed. Like, he said, I've been a patron of yours for all these years, yada yada, and I don't know if he
that's supposed to buy you.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant it that way or just one of those like, I've supported you. You could maybe throw me a bone. You know, I don't know.
That's what
but
it read like.
But it's also the case too. Like I said to him, like, dude, you're too close to this. You need to hire a like a social media spokesperson, because if you go off on the handle off of like one little comment, nobody's gonna buy your product. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for my secret person to buy it, just so it's a surprise. Because it may have already been bought. It may not have. because he blocked me from buying his product after I called him out on some bullshit that he posted one time. Because he was attacking, he had a bunch of fake accounts attack the Copperhead Kickstarter, and it was obvious because it was like a bunch of people were commenting like, "Oh, Vlad from here did this, and I don't understand like your science of this." Then all of a sudden, Vlad would comment and be like, "Yeah, that guy, he knows what he's talking about." And I'm like, "Wait, what? How are you guys back and forthing?" Like,
Pretty random.
just at the same time. Like, it would have been different if it was like a day later and he found out, but it was just like literally like, here comes like this person that's like attacking that, and then mentioning Vlad, then Vlad pops in immediately. I'm like, I don't know if y'all in the same chat group or it is just another account, but I was like,
Holy crap! A 100-watt, 24-volt cartridge?
yeah, which
No.
needs its own power pack because you can't actually run that safely on most
Gosh, yeah,
controller boards. He did
you would have to you'd have to go through like a MOSFET or a relay.
even
That's
worse than that
nuts.
because it's a bed is 140 watt, like 150 watt. Like, you're drawing as much wattage as the bed.
Oh.
You need a separate power supply for that.
Well, he added a board, and it was funny. It's I called him out on that. I go, you do understand that you're not. He has no asterisks on. I go, you do know anything over 60 watts is extremely dangerous for someone who's got like a Prusa Mark III or whatever, where they're already tapped. Like, you're already running at 80% of the power supply capacity, and then you're gonna go from a 40-watt cartridge to a 60, then to a 100-watt.
Not
Like,
let alone your extruder parts are going to melt.
well, it won't. It's heat, but I'm just saying, like, because it's your amps it's going to draw is 24 divided by the wattage. So
Yep.
I mean, it's just drawing more amps, and the PSU is already stressed. Like,
It was enough with like the 50 watter that Slice came out with.
yeah, and that's like
People were strapping those on there.
It's a safe value.
Yeah, and that's good. You really only need 50 watts unless you're like really, really wanting to print peak or some other crazy industrial filament.
Yeah. And he's over here, buy my 100-watt heater, and there's no asterisk. And then all of a sudden, there's not an asterisk, but there's a, hey, if you go this high, you should probably buy this extra board that pulls more power off another rail off your power supply. Like, oh, neat how that comes out after I call you out on it. Like,
A Chinese pancake NEMA 17 is enough for a Prusa-style extruder? No.
pancake?
Hey, it's Josh.
Hey!
Yeah, I don't. I
you-
seem to
you
like.
need
I
at
like
least-
this model. I like the way this thing looks, but like the Nova and the machining of it seems really good, and the idea is good. I don't know that he's portraying it in the right lights, and I don't know that. And he acknowledged that later on. He came out and he was like, "Yeah, my bad."
Well, here's the
So
thing.
that's good, right? Like at least
he was
at least
calling
he
out Tom
owned up to it.
Jackson. He's like, who are you? And he goes, I have 18,000 followers on Instagram. And, Tom's like, I don't care. And he goes, you should. Like, nobody else has 18,000 followers on Instagram. Like, nobody in 3D printing is on Instagram. So I went and checked, and I ran a bot checker, and most of his things are fake accounts. Like, and he's got all comments restricted to approval only. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
one of the things that happened in that thread when he went off, and that's why, I guess, again, I'm not supporting the guy yet. I haven't said it. Like I just said, like you need to clean up your shenanigans here. But he went off on Tom that day, and Tom said something like, "Okay, what test was done?" Because Lightspeed said he was pushing so much through at a certain time. He goes, "So like, what was done?" Kind of thing, like basically trying to get the information of what tests to do, and he went off about his follower account and everything, and Tom's like, I didn't ask about that, but go ahead. And then then the back, and Tom is like, he's just like, you know what, fuck you.
yeah, well,
at a certain point,
literally what I would
argument
say.
just happens. But
let me answer this question real quick. You can, but you won't be able to push filament very quickly. So on a Prusa extruder with the Bondtech gears, you need at least 36 Newton meters of torque. And there's
Unless
not
it's
a
geared.
pancake. Yeah, there's not a pancake that can do that.
unless it's the Bondtech one.
Well, the
the
bomb tech
Bontech one
pancake
is
is
on a geared
geared, so it's 3 to
extruder.
1, and it's a
So you got-
16. So
You got a
16
3-to-1
times 3.
ratio.
Wow.
So
You need less torque when you
Yeah.
go that route. You get more spinny spinnies, but less torquey torqueys.
yeah, a lot of those Chinese ones are like 12 or 11. So that's all I can say.
I wouldn't do it.
Go back to your thing, Jordan. I'm listening.
Oh no, he just went off, and then Krusty and Joel were both, and some people jumped, and even myself, I was like, dude, like, what? Like, if I want to try to replicate your test on my machines to see if they can't hang with it, what do we do? And there was never an answer really given. Like, no,
Yeah.
I tested my stuff at this level. You can do
Yeah.
these same tests.
What are
So
the
like
jerk
that,
and
the one thing that
acceleration?
resonance guy today, I showed like proper printing.
Yeah. He actually had a test rig set up.
Right,
Which
but
makes
he
sense.
also said, "Here's what I did. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's how I did it. Here's the results. And if you want to try it, here's how you get it." So, I mean, what more do you need?
A handshake and a slap on the butt.
Like a handy J and a slap on the butt, maybe.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We were in the shenanigans chat. I was even like pointing out, like, I calculated his speed videos. Like, he said, like, I'm printing it at 300, and then
No,
here
you're
later
not.
on I'm printing at 450. So I
No,
ran
you're
it
not.
through an video editor, and I timed it. So when the start of the line to the end of the line, so the printer he's on has a max build volume in the X direction of 275. His print was smaller than that, but it took 1.2 seconds to go from the far left to the far right. If that was 300 millimeters per second and the full build volume, it would take 0.75 seconds to reach from left to right. But it's taking 1.2 to reach something that's smaller than that 275.
Yes.
So he basically bullshit. Like you can't bullshit the guy who literally his job is photography and video. Like, when people post pictures and they're like, this is the best print ever. No, you can't print better than this. I'm like, okay, I can tell you why it looks so good because of your lighting. I can also deduce from video like how you bullshitted it, because I showed you the video of mine printing at 180 millimeters per second and things like fucking ripping the printer apart and zipping.
Scared me at 100.
Yeah. And
because the thing is,
he said
you
300.
cannot. Okay, so this bed right here is 330 mils square.
Yeah.
If it's traveling at 300 millimeters a second, that means 1 second it goes.
Yeah.
Like
instantaneous.
It's not fucking engage the warp speed, Captain.
Now, if you set it to 300 and then he goes, all right, acceleration, we'll set it to 600 and we'll set jerk to 4, I can believe you set it to 300. So for like this little moment of time, it reached 300, but it was at like 0 to 60 to 80.
Well, and that's the other
to
thing is we
100.
talked about too is 3D printers move like a car. It does not go from 0 to 60.
You can
like-
make it go really close to that.
It
Set jerk to 20 and set acceleration to 10,000, and I've done that. It literally feels like it goes pew,
yeah.
pew, and I did that. And that's just a mechanical.
No, and that printer
stress
was
test.
that printer was scary, man. Like
Yeah.
it was.
My whole table was shaking. Like,
Well,
but
and
if
it
I
was
s-
just wheezing too. It was like.
Well, you can't run a regular stepper driver like a silent one at that speed. Like, they'll just
No.
start skipping. Set jerk to 12 or set jerk to 20, and all of a sudden your silent steppers go.
Yeah,
as it doesn't print anything as it's trying to buzz around, but
it did some fun noises, that thing, and it was scary, man.
yeah, dry running is different. Now try doing that while extruding. Oh man, and that's the thing is, like, we can call them out all day long, and like I said, I'm gonna have it in my hand and I'll test it eventually, but it just like I guarantee that, like, looking at the design, it can print 300 millimeters per second. I don't doubt that. It just the audacity that, like,
and I gotta tell you,
my
so
hot end is why E3D prices have to go down. My titanium heat breaks why E3D's heat break price had to go
So-
down.
I have one right here. Okay.
Oh yeah, the titanium heat break. Yeah,
This is a version 2.0.
is it the mirror polished internals?
If I could show you on camera, it is like mirror polish on the inside.
Yeah, and you don't want that on a heat break. That's the other issue, is he has this weird idea of how to design heat breaks. You actually want You don't want a mirror polish because plastic doesn't flow on a mirror polished mirror surface. Like they've done huge studies in this. That's why E3D like bore channels there. So when they polish in the direction of the heat break, so that way flow goes with the polishing path. I mean, it's just simple physics. If you polish something to a near finish, it tends to push material away from itself. Things don't
Well,
want to
I mean,
flow on it.
it could be polished in a direction. I can't tell you that much. I can just tell you it's shiny.
Well, Josh, I've already mentioned that I'm not ordering it. I have somebody else that's going to order it for me because he's already told me I can't order it. So he's already probably blacklisted my name from his website. So because I yelled at him last time about this because I was like,
I don't agree with that.
Shh. Well, I understand. Like, I'm opinionated, and most likely because of what he said, I guarantee I'll say some negative things.
Didn't know that at all.
I've never heard you give an opinion.
And here's the thing: is like I've tested things and I've had an opinion about, and if all my assumptions were correct, I just hop on it. But he's setting the bar so high; it's really hard for me to be like, yeah, this is as good as you say it is, because how good he says it is beyond 3D printing right
capable.
now. Like,
well, it's saying that it prints, that the hot end itself, the device that melts plastic. Okay, let's get down to the basics here, okay? A hot end melts the plastic.
Yep, it's the glue gun.
It's the heat that melts the plastic. So there's only so efficient you can make a heater. At a certain point, it's lost games. Like, you're not... But saying that the melty zone works better at 300, 400%. It works better at faster speeds. I don't understand. I like the claim. It's bold. But it's just a melty zone. The extruder, like, how fast can you feed that melty zone?
Well,
if the melty zone can keep up, if the melty zone can keep up with the max volumetric flow rate, then good, right?
Yeah.
But at a certain point, the melty zone can't do any better than humanly possible.
Then we also have to go, can your printer, can its kinematics actually keep up with those speeds? So we've got...
No. So we talked about that because he's building a Delta that is like...
Brian, links in the Discord as always, bro. Come on in.
Get in there, B. Ryan. I don't think he does Discord, though.
He's in it.
He's in it. He's in it.
Is he?
Yeah, that's how he hops in most of the time.
But, so he's building this Delta, and, dude, the thing looks like a tank.
Yeah.
It's, like, all massive aluminum, but the frame and the bed, apparently the bed is copper. There's a copper bed.
Makes sense.
Weighs a few kilograms. Like, it gives a lot of mass to the low end of it. And he's got, like, a 6 mil plate for the top part. Like, it's very sturdy. But the kinematics are very light. So it's supposed to be able to handle the speeds. He just hasn't finished it yet. And I was like, oh,
you see that you can't see behind this has multiple heating zones. It takes multiple heater cartridges.
Where's the link in the Discord channel?
I might have not added you to the shenanigans yet. I added you.
Oh.
Let me add you to shenanigans.
Well, then
all the good stuff in the shenanigans.
I'm going to just simply keep this business then. No shenanigans for me. All business.
Right. How do I find people on here? That's the hard
Shucks and bonds. Shucks and bonds.
Search. Here we go. What is your name on there?
Hold on.
Is it Joe Mike or
Joe Mike T?
It is the Brian Vines.
Hello. Hey.
Texting you right on stream.
You're in a dad joke safe environment. So
hello, pretty printing friend.
How are y'all?
Good.
We're yawling, y'all.
Oh, we're yawling hard.
They see me yawling.
All right,
hey,
Joe Mike, you've been added to the shenanigans. We might get a little interesting in there.
There it is. Oh my. Oh my, Mad Monkey.
Oh, it was deleted?
Jordan, that GIF.
Which one?
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, are you in the Meme Wars one?
No, I'm in shenanigans. I'm looking at the toilet gift.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like
I'm
a couple
getting-
hours ago.
Yeah.
Jake from
I
State
literally,
Farm.
I typed in clog. Okay. I typed clog, and it was like the fourth one.
I don't have
It's
it.
kind of excessive, but I like it.
Horrible. I love it.
The Discord's fun. Like, I try to keep it different than most 3D printing. Like, the only serious sections are literally the SKR Bear stuff, and then like
And I
the
mute all that
general
crap.
discussion. Yeah, most people mute it because it's
I
like
just wish
400
I
times
could-
a day.
I just wish I could chat on more than one. I
at the
spend
same
all
time.
my yeah, because I right now I hang out on Wexter's channel a lot.
Yeah,
Oh God, that's great.
So get
I
on
stated
other channels. I got other channels.
yeah.
I
I get
joined
on other channels.
his
but I-
Discord, and now I wake up to like 45 Discord messages every morning. It's hilarious.
Exactly. You could literally be on Discord all day long and not get
Yeah.
anything else done.
Yeah.
Yep,
right.
I've
And you know
learned
what's
that.
great when you don't have anything to do?
Go on Discord.
Discord.
Why did I heat this up?
keeping it open.
How many
at work.
times? How many times have you watched that GIF now, Joe Mike?
I've scrolled up and to Mr. Ryan's the 3D Passion tweet where he said, "I stated on my Kickstarter that Nova is clog proof, and no one has clogged it yet, despite skepticism. There were a couple of people with stuck filament, but the cold pull easily fixed that.
Isn't that a clog?
I have no idea.
How do you think a clog is?
I don't know.
Apparently, it's only a clog if it like destroys something.
It's only a clog if you don't clear it.
Yeah,
It's like a plumber coming in and
Or if
going,
it
"Oh,
makes
that drain's
those,
not
like,
clogged. You've just got some crap stuck in there."
Yeah.
Or it can be clogged, and that's proof.
yeah. Show me one that is clogged though. They're all
Oh, man.
unclogged now.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Oh, I also love the audacity that you can't use a regular tool to put on his nozzles.
Oh,
That's
'cause
just
it's a
dumb.
special. It's a special.
You're a regular tool.
But no, the part is like if
you use a
if you
crescent
order the hot,
wrench.
yeah,
but
you
that's
can't
the
use any
dumbest thing.
wrench.
Yeah, you have to use his special rounded
'Cause
plus square-sided.
I mean, he's not the only one.
$10. $10.
Well, but it's not like it's a 6 mil or
But
anything.
but I
It's-
can still use a
Okay.
regular wrench with a slice nozzle if I wanted to. I can use a
Oh,
socket
yeah.
wrench. But you
The-
cannot
the-
use a socket wrench on his, like, at all.
The
Like,
good thing about this one though is because it actually gives you the Newton meter. So
oh
like,
yeah,
once you hit the torque, it clicks, and that's what the Olsen one does too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
but
the
you
old
can't-
one.
You can't use a 7 mil on this. It has to be the
yeah. I'll show you. I'll
special.
show you.
yeah. Bring it up on your
Screen.
screeny there, screeny.
Can
Can you hear me eating chips? By the way, am I being excessively
not really,
rude?
No, your RTX is working.
You did the
that was the
RTX
plan.
thing? Gosh, I'm gonna have to do the RTX thing
Well-
and get my PC up and going again.
Yeah, so
Hang
you
on.
see the nozzle, how it's shaped. It's rounded at the top, and then has
Oh,
this
that's so
facet.
stupid.
Is
So when
that
you-
for real, or is that like a
That's
render?
for real. No, that's
That's
his-
real.
He polishes it like that, which
That
is
is
great
the
on
real thing.
outside.
He showed me the machining for where the throat goes in, like the heat break goes into the heat sink.
Yeah. So here's the design of the nozzle. Like it's this rounded and then square. So you can use a crescent wrench if you want, or you can buy for $10 the nozzle tool.
But the heat break goes into that heat sink with like it's crazy low. Like it's got amazing tolerance. Apparently they have them anodized and then measure it and then mill the part to fit the anodized.
He also
interior.
sells the
Wow.
clear BMG, the worthy successor of the BMG.
Well,
All it is
that's
clear.
clearly true.
Yeah. I mean, this is the audacity that's on here.
I
Like,
got that, Brian. I
The
caught it.
difference is clear.
Yeah, so you
So
pick
here-
24 volt, you get your 100-watt $34 cartridge, you get your NTC $12 thing, you get your nozzle, and then of course you can add presets that he's made for your printer. So if you have a beginner printer, you pay $46 for presets pre-made for the nozzle, or the maker one or the maker's.
What's a preset?
I have no idea. I think they're like
It's bundles.
S3D
Bundles,
like or Prusa slicer or Cura profiles.
I
would be a
don't know
godlike
anything
printer.
about it, but my take on it is that it's a pre-done menu item. It's like you pick the one thing and you get X number of parts.
Yeah.
So
But why do I need to have a 0.25, a 0.5, or a 1? Why can't I have a 0.4?
I have no idea.
Because everyone else's nozzles are 0.4.
0.5 has more flow, so it has less backclogging. Come on now, don't you know? I'm at
Less back
$145.
And this thing doesn't clog, remember?
It
So
can't.
it doesn't even have back.
Yeah, but here's what
clogging.
you need. You need this power module just to power his.
100
Some boards,
watts.
as a Duet, natively support higher power cartridges. Other boards will require this type of amplifier.
The Duet does not support that high of a cartridge.
I think it goes up to 10 amps. So it should be able to.
But 10 amps at what? Well, 24
24
volts. Okay,
So
at 24 volt, yes.
Yeah,
But you are
12 volt.
skirting it at 12.
100
I love
divided by
skirts.
24, we're at 4.16. 100
Dude, this
divided
is
by
so
12,
ridiculous.
we're at 8.3 amps for a 100 watt cartridge. And then who wants to power a 100 watt cartridge on their nozzle? Like, it's. I get it. If you're gonna print 400 millimeters per second, yeah, you're gonna need it. But your Creality, CR10's not printing at 400.
No, I don't think it's built for that though. I think it's purpose built for that.
Oh yeah, and then don't forget about the Nozzle Z, one better than the Nozzle X. Well, actually, two better. So, tungsten carbide nozzle. As the name suggests, this is the last 3D printer nozzle you'll ever need.
Go back to that render.
So once you buy that one, you don't have to buy one anymore?
Yeah, it's the nozzle to end-all nozzles. Go back to the picture of the assembled hot end.
So it's the ender of nozzles.
Yeah. See, this ticks me off because, okay, we all know, we've been printing long enough to know 3D printing is a messy business.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how hard you try, you're gonna get gunk, debris, wisps, everything on your heater block.
Up anyway.
Yeah. So it's like when you go to this length to polish it and make
It's
it
just
good,
a waste
it's almost
of time.
Yeah, it's like painting your car like with 100. No, that's a really cheap paint job. Like a $2,000 paint job
and putting on the matte black paint job.
Well, I was gonna say it's like getting like a high-end paint job and then going in and to a demo derby. It's like you're putting this thing through hell, but man, does it look good for 5 seconds.
And
I don't know. Does that have a coating on it?
Yeah, it's a nickel-plated chrome, but
but like, does it have a hydrophobic coating on the heat?
No,
that could
just
be
nickel chrome-plated heat block.
Yeah,
he puts
and
that coating on the nozzle. Hold on, he's got a whole. You go to the main website here. He's got this,
nickel plating helps.
If you click
but
on
at the end of the day,
you get this really long story about stuff.
It burns on. It burns on.
Yeah, here we go. The heat break has the WS2 nano coating on it to keep it from.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, the heat break does, but not the heat block.
Yeah.
WS2.
Yeah, so WS2 is that same plastic phobic coating that Slice has been using for a while, and then E3D eventually got, and then.
But that's.
No, heatsink's the smallest, lightest. It's not the smallest because there's some that are way smaller than that. Is it the lightest?
Pico.
It is also not. Yeah, the Pico wins at all of this. Now, highest performing, I can't say.
Not the Pico.
Yeah.
Well, there's a place for. I mean, there are some really good general use nozzles out there, or general use assemblies out there. The V6 being one of them, the Slice Mosquito being another one. Then you get into specialty nozzles or specialty heaters like the Pico, and then this monstrosity.
That's not it.
It's like,
yeah, that's 300 millimeters per second.
No, it's not.
Now the moves are really fast, but that's not 300 millimeters per second. Oh, sorry, 240. It's not even 240, but look at that polish. I can't click on it.
Now I might want to buy one of those just so I can put it up on my wall.
Not only does he waste his time polishing his hot ends, he also can't build a proper website with functioning buttons.
I can't build a proper website.
Harsh.
I won't knock him on the website, but I will knock him on some interesting claims,
So,
and also at
Joe,
yelling
Mike,
at Joel.
Yeah.
You were asking about the RTX thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so I just turned it off.
I was gonna mention that he's channeling his inner Earl Scheib.
So if I get into the chips,
Those are rich and crinkly goodness, Jordan.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Turning the filter on.
3D
Filter's
Jimmy,
now on.
we're glad to see you, buddy.
How you feeling?
Yeah. I heard Joel using it when he was on the 1440 Maker stream, and it was ridiculous because
The
You
part
see
that
Brian?
sucks is it can't tell what it's doing, right?
Yeah.
Unless I record something.
Put Ryan's thing up on the screen.
But I also don't have an RTX chip. Patreon.
You know, and it's funny. He tries to send us videos all the time in the shenanigans chat about this, and we're just like, come on, Ryan.
man, I just cover all my heater blocks up. I don't even care. Like I've got that really nice copper nickel plated block from E3D because it came on the gold hot end on my rail core. It's got a sock on it. I mean, it's like
The only thing I hate about their socks is how they fall off easy.
But come on,
come on. They fall off real easy.
look at that copper
Well,
head that's coming out. Look at that machining on there.
I got some orange ones from the
That
filament.
still looks
one
like it
profile
belongs on the
box.
front end of a little RC plane.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a Cox 049 motor.
Yeah.
I got some orange socks on the profile box from Filament One that work really great, and I can't seem to find any more to buy them anywhere.
Yeah, the orange
They're
ones are
not-
the ones that are from AliExpress.
Yeah.
Are they?
You want
Yeah,
mine?
If you go to AliExpress, you'll find these orange ones, and I like them as well.
They're
Yeah,
better.
they seem
held
to
on
stay
better.
on better.
Get me in on that shenanigans. What's your name? What's your
He
name? on
posted
that
it earlier
Oh, he
in the
did.
chat. Yeah.
Son of a bitch! I gotta scroll.
And the
back.
thing
Pretend like we were
about
paying attention to that.
like Slice Engineering, their like motto is let form follow function. And I feel like so many other people reverse that. Let function follow form. So it's like
There it is.
they engineer a great product and then they just go around and they kind of tweak it into this beautiful thing.
Yeah, and even
But
they're
it-
not perfect. It's just
No.
at least they're
well,
not
no.
going. We have the best. As a photographer, I hate when other photography companies go, "I am the best wedding photographer. I am the best portrait photographer." Like, motherfucker, you haven't been the best even close. Like, I can find a million people who are like, I don't even consider myself good. I'm just good enough, and people like my work, and I can sustain a life with it. But never in my advertising am I gonna write best.
I
you
am
got
the
straight.
best at tuning my printer's retraction.
Oh, you gotta watch. All right, Angus number 2.
If someone's willing to buy your work, it's good enough.
Yeah, but it's just like I was telling Jordan earlier when he was like, because it always gets me a little sad when I see people commenting like, "That's really cool." I'm like, but there's so much snake oil. Like, can we not like put snake oil on a pedestal, and especially in this industry?
But
where
it keeps the
it's-
snakes from squeaking.
It's such a technical
My
industry,
snakes need oil.
but there's so much snake oil. Like, so many printer manufacturers coming up with so many things saying it does this. I'm like, it doesn't. Like,
Nobody wants a squeaky snake.
you know, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the,
well,
it's
that's
like
why
the
I'm very-
Protopasta video the other day where they're like, you need to print at 30 millimeters per second at this line width at this, and you'll get perfect Protopasta prints. I'm like, all right, maybe we should just not print Protopasta then. Like, can we
Lavender
figure out what's
essential
wrong
oil.
with your material to make
That's
it
the
only
best-
print at 30?
Best thing to lube your hot in, lavender essential oils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you need all the
up,
essential
Chris Reese?
oils.
I'll be back
Are
in a
you
minute. I'm gonna go
3D
move my hot end.
correctly if your 3D printer doesn't smell good while it works?
Could you imagine the stench of burning lavender oil coming out of your hot end?
I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of smells
Only
like
if it's
the
my-
burning
only
stench
if
of
it's my
lavender
Nova.
oil on your living room counter.
Like on my mosquito, my
A delightful
mosquito,
print free.
I had issues with the PLA clogging issue for a while. So I did what they said. Now they were like, use some canola oil and just condition the heat break in the heater. And I'm like, okay. But I did that, and I was like, this smells like pancakes.
I had to
You
do
know?
it on one, and you walk into your print room, and it just smells like baked goods.
So if you use bacon grease to lob,
Yeah.
You put a little filament sponge up here with bacon grease in it, and then
You know what? No. I'm gonna talk to the guy who makes the paste extruder. And there's like a paste extruder, and we're gonna just take bacon and print bacon.
The chat is
Hold
off
on.
the rails.
Hold on. Let me add. I'm going to Discord. I'm gonna send you guys a photo into the meme wars. Meme wars.
No. You need to get a pancake bot in your print cave. That way your cave always smells like pancakes.
Yeah.
There you go.
But give it a
There you go.
second extruder so it can put
Just
the
for
maple
you,
syrup on
Jordan.
itself.
Just for you, buddy.
And
I don't
if
know
I
what
use
country
that,
makes it,
That
but
looks
it's a
like
product.
cat poop.
It is
the
cat
lavender,
poop.
if I use the lavender oil, that would keep my wife out of my makerspace. That's for sure, because she's allergic to lavender.
Perfect.
Quick, buy some Protopasta lavender infused filament.
You could pull a Michael Scott and put some raw bacon on a George Foreman and just set it next to your printer, and while you're printing, just plug in the George Foreman and let the bacon cook.
No,
I
you
wanna
should bacon
cook-
scented candle.
Which
I want to
filamentum?
cook pancakes on my heat bed. Like I want to just cook food on the heated bed.
If you get
I
to
cooked
100
ramen
C, yeah.
on a silicone bed. I had a glass, I don't know what you'd call it. It was a glass microwavable water pitcher thing that you could boil water in.
Okay.
And when I had my FT5, I had a 120 volt AC Canovo heater. I set it on top of the bed and got that thing up boiling and made ramen with it.
It's a
Bondtech brass
Bondtech
nozzle.
package.
Brass nozzle.
Yeah, they in-house machine their own nozzles now.
Fun.
And
Nice. How's
they
the
are
quality?
really sexy. I haven't printed with one, but does anyone have a Creality printer?
I
Yeah.
have several.
Yeah.
One of you will win a Creality one because they sent me one and I have
Okay,
no
okay.
Creality. At least I think this is a Creality one. Like that's the Creality one, the shorter, or is that MK8?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
But
that's a
my
fat
Creality
MK8,
printer does.
but
Yeah,
I already
got
won a cool thing, so someone else needs to win.
Because somebody needs to test this nozzle for me because I have no way of.
I have a micro Swiss on mine right now. So
Yeah, I wouldn't take
And
the
I-
Microsoft Swiss off for just regular
I mean,
brass.
I could put it on the Ender 5.
But I bought one in every
There
size.
you go.
So
Let
I've got
Devin
a-
win.
I got a 0.6
Yeah.
and a 0.25.
I suggest a new strategy. Let
and
the
a
Devin
0.4
win.
and a 0.8. So I've got all the.
I'm always pro letting the Devon win.
I caught the Star Wars reference.
And I got the Chimera on my Creality, so it won't work with mine.
And I have a Chimera on my bear here because this is my bear Mera.
I got a Chimera on my
Chimera.
bear here.
How's it going? Is
Bear
it working
Mera.
good now?
Dude, I love it. Holy crap.
Isn't it nice being able to print fast and not
So
watch
your
it slow
printer is
down?
a Bear Mera
Yeah.
Ferdite.
Yeah.
fur date.
Y'all
Like,
are
what-
weird.
Once I've gotten used to like a non-Prusa UI on the screen and just getting used to baby stepping again and getting that all dialed in.
Yeah.
You know, it's just watching it print is I still hate the
What's
fan.
up, Paul?
I've got another fan coming. Mechatronics, actually. We're gonna see
Nice.
how it works. But man, is this thing just fly?
It's crazy swapping away from an 8-bit board, and it's. I'm excited for the future. Like I hope in the next year, a company besides Big Tree Tech goes, man, we should make really highly feature-packed 32-bit boards with quality.
Did you notice that they're like
components.
that? It's Big Tree Tech is like just paving the way for boards right now.
For cheap
There is no other board like
$24 for 32-bit 100 megahertz.
It used to be
5-stepper, NeoPixel pin, probe port, BL Touch, servo pin. Like,
Yeah, I got the SKR Mini for my Ender 3 Pro, and I got the screen for it too, which is kind of nice.
the V3E.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, like there's no maker, like there's no MKS Gen Z, like
there are now. There is the Robin.
Well,
Robin board
I've got the
32.
MKS S Gen, which is the smoothie version of the MKS Gen. I've still got that. I have a smoothie board.
I thought
have
the Robin was in the
rearm.
X1. I think.
I got the Duet.
Oh man.
Um,
Yeah, and you can run
Duet.
Marlin on Duet soon. Like they're working on that. That's on the pipeline, is to get Marlin running on a Duet board. Which, if that
what's that going to
happens,
do to the UI though?
they're not going to have it. So back in the day, before 2.0, like before like even 1.1 point something came out, there was an RTOS version of Marlin. So it was a real-time operating system version of Marlin. So it had like a web UI and stuff like that. Now there is web UI built into Marlin, and it's extremely basic, but they're working on it. All I gotta say is if they get it working, I will dig out my Duet and hook it back up, because I prefer Marlin to Duet because my brain can't handle all the G code nonsense. And
It's completely
like,
different. The configuration on it is it's simultaneously easier, but at the same time, it's like if you come from a Marlin background, the configuration does not make sense.
he's what? All right.
I'll be happy with a 64-bit.
There already is a 64-bit board.
Ooh,
Well, there's technically two. One of them's not really a board. So there's an add-on called the Panda Pi, which is a hat that goes onto an actual Raspberry Pi.
I want a Panda Pie right now. It tastes so
and
meaty.
it has five stepper
Now,
drivers on it,
You
and all the
can't you
heater
can't
stuff.
just make a statement like that. It's not just black and white.
Yeah.
oh God, dude, seriously,
And
that
then-
one was bad.
And then the Prusa SL1 runs a Linux 64-bit chip, because they run Linux and their own version of like Marlin on it. So
Wait, what's it called?
the Panda Pi, Panda PI.
I got
There's
that.
just a GitHub for it, like
Yeah.
a little bit of info.
Interesting.
Are they coming out with a 33-bit board?
And
Yeah,
you interface with the Panda Pi with
They're a
the
little
Pand.
slow.
You use the Pand API.
No, you have to use a bamboo wand.
They do make a breakout board for the Pi. It's called the Panda Pi. I mean, it's a hat. I mean, I still call that a breakout board, since it literally, you just take the Pi and stick the hat on it. Now it's a 3D printing board that runs off of the MCU of a Pi, which is extremely powerful.
So
Why
basically,
do you call it hats instead of like a tank top or something?
but with pie.
Yeah, so the Pi is the processor and all the math and all the stuff.
Yeah.
So you're using the 64-bit dual core, quad core chip and all the RAM. Like it's a ridiculous powerful board running, G code. Like
I didn't know there was a 3D Passion multimeter.
yeah,
Why?
it's the best multimeter ever made. He polishes the plastic to just complete utter polishness. So it's so polished. I would say jokes that were very dark. It's not that dark.
I think you should stop and reflect on your polishing comments.
Yes.
Okay, does it have wireless test leads that auto sense what setting you need to be on?
Probably not.
No, but it's only $44.
Yeah, but Steven is correct. Like you would run Octoprint and you run the Pi at the same, and the operating system at the same time, like the Marlin, because it runs Marlin.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
So
I mean,
you
it's
have
not
Octoprint.
an overly complicated board.
It's not. It's still very simplistic, but
Yeah, and it's very
still,
much Ramps-esque. Like it's very
Yeah.
much like Ramps 1.4.
But it'll run a printer.
I don't
You
doubt that.
You just, you don't get NeoPixel ports.
Yeah, I mean
And
it's
since you've stolen the
very-
GPIO port, you can't really plug in LEDs anymore anyway. So,
yeah.
so I think if they can get some
all the
ground
basics
going,
are there though.
and if
But
someone
what's the
wants
cost
to build
value for that?
it's a Pi, so like what, $30 plus $60?
39.
39, yeah, $40 for the hat. So you're $70 total.
And
And
that's
you
to get
can
a
get
64, right? So
Yeah, 64-bit.
so how many steppers is this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steppers.
all the steppers.
And
And
it
you
made
can
it work
get
for up to IDEX, was the idea.
that. Oh, that's cool. 64-bit IDEX. That'd be crazy.
Running two extruders at the same time and doing different things, you'd want a 64-bit processor.
Yeah.
Doing them in clone mode is much easier.
Yeah, that's like multi-threading.
But that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, you're running 2 separate G code.
Yeah, and it could
TMC
do that.
2209s, $40. So if you wanted 6, well, let's be realistic. If you wanted 5 TMC 2209s
Yep,
with
that's $40.
the Panda Pie, it's $34 for 5.
Yeah.
That ain't bad, actually.
I would like to. You know what? You got to do that now, Chris. We got to get an IDEX machine running a 64-bit board, so we can do 2 Wexter minis at like a different time, like at the same time.
I'm still trying to figure out how to run 2 heater cartridges at one time for this super secret hot end I got to work with. So,
but like that would be amazing because then you'd really maximize the potential of one printer by having it actually produce 2 models at once, not 1 model times 2.
Yeah,
2 models at once,
and 2
Why not
models
just have
at
two
the same
printers?
time that have. Well, the whole point of IDEX is like, let's say you want to print like 2 of the Prusa headbands at one time, but they don't fit on your bed, so they have to go like in a C shape, like this. You can print them both at the same time now, with an IDEX like that. It'd be pretty cool. Like,
or
minus
obviously
the
there's
bed.
duplication mode and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
with the IDEX, the other thing is you could have it being 2 different
IDEX
colors,
does
right?
really, really well for multi-material.
Thank you,
So
3D
you could have,
PMP.
if you had 2 different, like if you could actually do it more than just dual color mode. If I could do dual color mode, 2 models, they both share the same color. It could be like, boop, print, come back over here, do this one, do the color, back and forth, changing the colors, and doing multiple models at once.
Yeah, it's
Or
pretty
just sitting
interesting.
there, just going like, like this one's going left and this one's going right, and just doing whatever it wants.
Did not mean to go to that.
I'm excited. But yeah, but the first 64-bit was actually that SL1. Like, they don't even tout it, but it runs an A64. You're leaving, Brian?
Yeah, I need to take off.
Oh, bye, Brian. Go have fun on the elliptical.
On the elliptical.
Thanks for letting me jump in.
Anytime.
Yay!
Okay, bye.
Jump in.
All right. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Because I actually have one of them. But yeah, it runs a Linux A64 chip, which is a ridiculous chip to run a 3D printer off of. Like, you don't need any of that to run G-code. Trying to see if I can find my box of extra boards, because I have a spare one from when I was beta testing the SL1 in case I killed it.
What is the best extrusion width for external perimeters?
It depends.
PTG 0.4 nozzle.
0.44.
So there's some math. You have what's called die swell, which is 1.05 times the nozzle size. So you want to be at least 1.05 times the size of your nozzles. So on a 0.4, that's 0.42 millimeter, 0.43 millimeters. The wider you extrude, the more back pressure you get, which can increase stringing. But like Jordan said, 0.44 or 0.45 are
Mine's
usually the best.
0.43.
Yeah, 0.43 is the minimum. Now, the only issue with 0.43 or 0.42, which is like the safe minimum, is if your filament is ever undersized, you're going to under extrude at that moment. So that's why everyone does 0.45. Yeah, it's whatever safe. Let's see here. Yeah, so here's the. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the
now does
SL1 board.
Does that number scale when you're going? Because I got to build a 0.8 profile, and I was thinking, okay, I can just scale.
It always scales, yeah. So it's just 1.05 times. I usually use 1.07. Like, that's just my safe multiplier.
So 1.07 times the nozzle.
Yep, that'll give you the safest extrusion.
Times your mama. I don't know why I did that.
And you're rounding up, so 856 would be 86, right?
Yeah.
I guess Prusa Slicer would accept 3 decimal places, doesn't it?
It does.
I think so, yeah.
The only issue with that is more rounding error.
Right.
That's why
as it is, decimal
never
places
set your E
are...
steps to anything but a whole value. You don't want rounding errors.
No.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So this is just the controller board. This is a 32-bit controller board. It runs a Mat Mega 32 U4. And then it also has two 2209s on it. With this giant piece of silver metal is a giant aluminum heatsink on the back of where that is. So
Paul Stacy's swearing in the chat right now.
Paul, I can't see it. Oh, on the point of two
Oh.
cartridges, can't you run two 12-volt in
No,
serial?
Simplify 3D.
Yeah, I know. I
Where
saw
works,
it.
man.
Can't say that.
Yeah, and it sticks you. And that's again a safe extrusion. Now, if you use Cura, they use the opposite logic. They actually use a 0.82 or 0.7 extrusion multiplier. They want you to under extrude.
Yeah, because they'd rather you increase it on extrusion multiplier than extrusion width.
Yeah, so they want your extrusion width to be smaller.
And then you adjust it with the multiplier. So like most Cura profiles, you're not... Mine's like a 0.97, 0.98 for some of the filaments. Like some of them are even lower than that. Like, but they want you to go the other way where you're at a 1, 1.1, 1.2.
Yeah.
And Cura is just silly.
Yeah, so they want you extruding at like, if you have a 0.4, they want you extruding at 0.35 millimeters. But then increase the flow rate to
1.5.
Which I and even in their little like breakout, it says printers print better under extruded. And I'm sitting there like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, wait,
I don't like the interface of Cura either. I don't know.
No, the interface of Cura is crap.
Like I know Llama loves to crap on.
I don't like Simplify
Prusa Slicer,
but it works.
I don't like Simplify anymore.
I don't like Simplify 3D.
I was okay
I don't
with Simplify
really like
3D
it,
before
but I
they
still
got caught
use it
up.
on my FlashForge.
Well, you have no choice, right? You have to use
It's
Simplify
that or
3D
Flash
the
Prints.
Create.
I
And
use
I
Flash
hate-
Prints.
I hate Flash Prints.
I love Flash Print. So good.
I hate it.
Your face is a Flash print.
It has the click to add support like Simplify 3D.
Yeah.
If like for what it is, so I'm using it on an Adventurer 3. I just keep the stock settings that they have. Everything prints fine.
Okay,
the only thing I did is I turned down the infill speed because that's what causes the extruder to click.
Yeah, and see, that's great. Flash Print's great for any application other than what I'm doing with it.
What are you doing with it? Making breakfast?
Robot parts. Where I need to be highly specific about my line widths and perimeter diameters.
Here's my duet.
Yes, it is limited in that aspect of things that it does not have all the configurability that some of the other slicers do.
Yeah, if I wasn't printing robot parts with it, I'd use Flash Print.
So good.
But that's all we do on that printer is print robot parts, so Simplify it is.
I am
So it
curious
looks like I
as
got
to what Simplify 3D is going to be coming out with.
Nothing.
A bag of dicks.
They okay. How long ago did they tease that they talk about?
Oh, I think it was back in January.
Yeah.
No,
it was in like it was over Thanksgiving.
October, November.
Was it Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
October, November. They started talking about this whole charging for an update thing.
Yeah, it was around that time because I had a budget meeting with the school and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need $100 to upgrade this software, probably."
Yeah, and so it's like they came out with this idea back then, and they still don't have. I mean, how hard is it to talk about your update and then release your update?
I mean, unless they hire junior devs that don't know what they're doing.
It's only one person that is the dev there. There isn't.
Son of a biscuit cracker on a fried bagel of cheese.
Wow.
Okay.
You need to dial it back.
Yeah.
The duet
Come
connector
down.
kit that I want
Yeah.
from Printed Solid is sold out.
No.
I probably have one.
Well, you probably need one.
No, I don't. I'm not going to use my duet anytime soon.
But with all the free slicers doing as well as they have been doing with all the upgrades and features,
Yep.
In order for anybody to be interested in buying Simplify 3D, they better be coming out with something pretty big.
I doubt it. I mean,
I do
don't.
too, but
I don't see what they could possibly throw in. It would have to be something that would make me just kind of like my mouth just drop
Oh yeah.
because it would be so revolutionary.
Jeebus, Jordan, calm the cannon down.
You know, I would love a slicer that did stress analysis for me.
Yeah,
It could
so
tell
would
me
everybody,
like,
but
hey,
It's called
tell
Fusion
me
360.
tell me what the best orientation to print this part in is, because
Oh.
I don't want this to break.
Fusion
I
360.
mean, it's called experience. Come on now.
Yeah, I know.
C Dubs. I gotta share
I'm called
something.
Funkotron.
Okay. Big
He's
bag of
been P-dubs in a
Dixotron.
while.
Yep, big bag of Dixotron. That's me.
I got a video I should show you here.
Oh, is it of me?
No.
Damn it! Then I don't want to see it.
Hang on. I have clicked the button to
Okay.
share the button.
Oh man, I got to make my window bigger for this.
Taste the rainbow.
Nice.
Do you see
I like
it?
the I see the pausing a lot. That's cool. The board
The
can't.
board
keep up.
can't keep up. That's a duet, though.
I know, because you can't print that fast.
That's a rail core.
It is a rail core.
So far away from the print.
Yeah, but he's been having issues with his rail core. He's
Oh,
been
he
calling
just-
it the. He's been
No,
calling
no,
it the fail core, hasn't he?
The fail core
he
is from
just
Josh.
got it. Yeah, that's Josh's. This is Josh's printer, but Steven's like sunk a lot of time and energy and money
He
into
might
it.
have minimum layer time turned on too. Because again, like I said before, he's not the person you want to send something to test to, because there's a very limited. Oh god, that
That's
thing's
unfortunate.
like peeling and bending from trying to print too fast. Yeah, and that's not printing at. I hope he doesn't say that's like 300 millimeters per second, because that's like 40. In that second video, first one was going pretty quick, but the pausing, either he's got minimum for layer time and it just pauses and waits for that time.
Can you see
to kick
this?
in.
Like, do you see that curvature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I mean,
That's your print doing one of these.
Well, that's an artifact of probably the filament sagging. It's not having proper time to cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other part of printing at those excessive speeds is depending on the size of the part. Now, if you have to travel the entire length of the bed, yeah, you want to print fast, man. But otherwise, you're going to have too much heat because again, it keeps laying those layers down so fast that it doesn't cool down enough.
Yeah.
And it's just squishing itself.
And heat warp.
If you could get a fancy magnifying glass or microscope on there, you'd probably see that the layers are no longer 0.2. They're probably 0.45 or something, right?
Something weird.
Something weird.
Paul wants to know our Core 3D.
Our Core XY printer, 3D printer,
Yeah.
are they easy to build? Not from
There's-
scratch unless you understand the kinematics.
Or
There are
unless you
definitely-
buy like a kit.
Unless
There
you're
are definitely
llama,
easier ones to build.
then it's super easy because the belt length doesn't matter.
What's that one? The Hypercube?
Hypercube, yeah.
Hypercube
about the
kit is a good kit to look into there.
Hypercube, the Voron, not the Voron, the Rat Rig. Their Core XY is really cool for a kit. It's like $600, but it's a really nice Core XY for the price.
I think Zealtech still had some Hypercube kits.
They do.
I don't know, but the Hypercube is the one. I think if you wanted to just get your feet wet and learn all about it, I think that's the way to go. It may not perform the greatest, but that's where
What
some
do
of
you
the
say
fun
about
could be.
it? It's so sexy.
I mean, if you want one that is going to not what you saw there, but like the rail core is actually a pretty nice
It's a stout machine.
Core XY.
Mhm.
It is
Have you
incredibly
seen
stout.
It just
Have you
takes
seen the motion
5
system
days
from
to build
3D
it.
Fused?
Yeah, it takes.
Ooh,
Yeah, so,
Voron 2.4 is so sexy.
3D Fused that made the Creatos. They've got a motion system starting for a Core XY.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't like
Did
the
you
logo.
see that?
but I
Did you
like
see the
idea.
thing rolling around on the when they did it on the
Smooth.
table, like it was like butter and fast.
Fast
Just
butter. Tell me more.
Fast butter, so good. But I need one. I think.
I don't know if I can recommend anything from Folger Tech. Just
I can't either anymore. I was a big Folger fanboy for a long time.
Like, don't they make coffee?
yeah.
Their coffee's not even that good though.
Hey,
No,
no,
Is Brian back in here?
nothing better than waking up to Folgers
With Folgers
in
Tech
your
in your
cup.
cup.
I always,
Like Folger's okay as far as like price point, but you know, you end up pouring another $500 in it to get it
So,
the way
Jordan,
you want it.
when you wake
It's
up
like-
tomorrow in the morning cuddling your wife, make sure she's a little spoon and just whisper to her, just be like, waking up is, oh wait, what is it?
You're welcome, Jesse. Thank you.
What's this, what's the Folgers coffee thing again?
The best part of waking
Oh yeah, you just
up.
whispered to her like, best part of waking up is penis in your butt.
I don't want to start the day with a black eye.
I've done that so many times. It's like, eventually everyone I date gets that said to them
Oh,
as a wake up
Tro-
call.
Tronxy X5 SA. There's a Core XY kit.
Yeah. Oh my, says Paul.
We're just naming kits.
I
think Ryan's actually going to do that. He's going to wake up and be like, hey,
George
Wait,
Takei.
Chris, but how
waking up.
good does that go
Oh
for
my.
I don't
Look,
think it's ever
50% of the
seduced
time it works
anyone
every time.
into agreeing with me, but I've definitely gotten a few giggles. So,
Well, you know what they said in Anchorman, right? 60% of the time it works every time.
well, yeah, which is a true statement because everything in Anchorman was correct. Where did you get that
Factually true to
grenade?
life.
I don't know.
Wow, Brick killed a guy. Yeah, it got really intense back there.
Where did you get a trident?
I don't
I stole it from a guy
Yeah.
riding a horse.
Oh, yeah,
killed a
this-
guy
this-
with a
the
trident.
Suck It Go. I would actually order one of those.
If you can get one, it's a good base. Like again, the Railcore I think is of the ones we listed, the Railcore is the most complete as you get it.
And then when
Right,
they redo when they finally redo the extruder, I'll be happy with it.
Which
Yes.
part?
The 2-inch
The
PTFE tube.
gigantically tall.
Oh
obnoxious-
yeah, that is a little
Yeah.
ridiculous. But you know,
It's not a direct drive extruder, it's a 2-inch Bowden.
Yeah. Basically. I think it's like a 3-inch Bowden, bro.
It's not like, but, and also, I mean, that was one of the biggest problems that Josh had, and I don't know whether it was an assembly thing or. Yeah, I don't know if Josh
It may
is like, it was
be.
an assembly thing or not, but his PTFE tube was like this. Like
They
it,
do have them coming, Marcus.
it had a bit of a, it had a bit of an angle on it,
that's what she said.
and it ripped out the heat inserts a few times. I think.
My mind is still with the song when you said that. Just the heat just ripped out the insets.
Yeah, now look at Butreon's comment. And tonight's event is brought to you by.
Of girth.
Nope, not Mr. Mannigan.
Mr. Nanigans.
I prefer the chode. It's the 2-inch long, 4-inch wide. Just
That's what you prefer, is it?
that's what I prefer. It can't get into anything.
Oh, Monkey's got to thank his sponsor.
Yep.
How fast can I get this thing to print? Let's see.
I
More.
was
300 millimeters.
I
second.
capped 200. Then the kinematics start to show that they fail. Like everything starts shaking.
There we
Mind
go.
you, my jerk was at 10 and my acceleration was at 10,000. So I'm sorry, You don't need condoms. You only have to buy rubber gloves.
You just cut the fingers off of them.
Stretch them over like a garden. It's like you're putting a baseball cap.
All right. I can't give you 12 inches, but I can give you 2 inches 6 times. At 130 millimeters per second.
Whoa. Let's start at 1. Oh. I'm crying over here. My nose is running.
Did you get like?
I can give him 6 inches. I just gotta attach this.
You just gotta put a hole in the
print
bottom.
an adapter.
I'm so glad that's
It's already,
made out
it's
of
already printed perfect.
TPU.
Yeah, and it only has 2% infill. So I still have 4 of them on my desk over there.
No,
Anything over 6,000 acceleration, the belts look like guitar strings. Yeah.
You gotta put
We've
a.
summoned John Mack.
He's so used to millimeters that inches just impressive.
Size queen.
Let's go. How many centimeters? 50 centimeters?
Chris,
Wait,
print a new one.
God, no.
Print a new one and put a modifier on the bed so that it has no infill, no top or bottom layers, and just a cylinder in the middle of on the bed, and then you could actually just wear it like a mask.
What's wrong with you?
I changed the logo.
Yeah.
I feel like okay, let's let that run.
I totally didn't realize I'm wearing my California shirt. I am not in California.
Not anymore.
Wait, you have to have a California shirt to live in California? I'm wearing a
not used
Guinness
an
shirt, and
Aqua.
I don't live in Ireland.
No,
Isn't this California
wear a
t-shirt
KC
standard order?
shirt.
Isn't that
Oscar
standard
Mike,
order?
baby.
And I
Order
don't wear,
when you
I don't
get
live in
your
Hawaii.
I feel like
I'm
I'm
wearing my
betraying my city.
competitions t-shirts.
But have you used a water-cooled mosquito?
Ooh.
I
All you
have.
have to do is talk about wieners and John Mack appears out of nowhere. He's like the Beetlejuice of Wiener. Wiener,
Come
Wiener.
on over,
Hey,
man.
bud.
I do believe he said earlier he was
Hop on.
not dressed for the occasion.
Hop on, and John Mack will hop you off.
Don't forget your robe.
I should polish my hot end. Where's my rub and buff? I
Just
got
use
some
super
rub and buff.
lube.
Chris, just use the super lube with PTFE.
Oh, I got it. It's right here.
Yeah.
This
Just-
video sponsored by Super Lube. It is
Now
food
with
safe.
PTFE.
Don't forget, it's food safe and clean.
Is
I
that
love
so?
that it says clean on it. Like, really? We don't put any dirt in our product. It's clean. And Dr. Jekyll's over here. He's spocking people. Like, he's giving them.
Shockers.
No, that's not a shocker. That's a
Is that the stunner?
shocker. Spocker. Stunner.
Sorry, I'm getting caught up on meme wars.
There's
Dude,
really
meme
no
war-
good time to catch up.
It's an endless. Like I've had a meme wars on Facebook for almost 3 years. It's like me and like 20 people. Like some of them 3D printing community people, some of them like just close friends, some of them strangers that I have no idea who they are. And it gets like I consider the one on the Discord to be pretty tame.
If your wife calls
Meme
it
wars get
the
pretty
extruder,
legit.
you've got trouble. Well, as you get older, the extruder under extrudes, and that's perfectly natural.
Yeah, perfectly natural.
Or sometimes doesn't
It clogs.
extrude at all. Or sometimes extrudes, when you're not really expecting it to.
Or sometimes it gets thermal runaway.
Robbie Mack, it's the rocker.
Sometimes the print ends abruptly.
Sometimes
The nozzle jams and that's it.
sometimes you have a thermal runaway error.
Visit.
Yeah, sometimes you get thermal runaway.
If you run,
And that
your hot
can
end
happen
into
early
something,
too. Sometimes it doesn't heat up properly all the way.
I need
got a
alcohol.
Got a bad thermistor, and you gotta. Wait, are we talking about dicks still?
of course. The quality is Crazy. Oh my god.
Oh, John Mac, where are you? Get.
John,
It feels like a Saturday night right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't it like a Tuesday
Monday.
It's Monday.
Oh, it's fucking Monday.
still?
Well, it's Tuesday in Canada.
Well, I mean, it depends on the parts of Canada.
John Mac, you can stream from bed.
What happened?
I don't know, but you popped
We
out.
just rearranged.
I popped out and back in? I don't understand. If you get it too close to the bed, then it can dribble a little on there too.
I just hate when it gets on the couch.
Yeah. Oh, and you don't want to get the magic goo involved, apparently.
All of a sudden they move, and then the couch is just a mess, and your dog sits in it. You're like, oh, god damn it, I gotta clean the dog.
You're like, I sit on this thing.
I can't look at this animal anymore. I like my meme for Devin earlier today.
Welcome to
yeah.
my
The
life.
He-Man one.
Yeah, but
That's
you.
how he makes me up for food in the morning.
That's the life of all cat owners.
He just
I
sits
love how
on
Joe
my
Mike's
face.
still in there, just memeing it away.
Oh wow, they improved the quality of their nuts and bolts.
John Mac's gonna do a bathtub stream.
I'm
No,
okay with
that's
that.
my gig.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, you have a hot tub gig.
Okay, fine. As long as there's no jets, you're fine.
Joe Mike, did you see the penis question in the meme wars? Like
Whoa.
I was way back up. Do twins have the same penis length?
Oh.
Says, no, my kid's dad and my husband are identical twins, but husband's much bigger.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The only thing I don't like about Discord is that, like, I can't watch the GIF and then pause it. If it's a GIF, right, it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah. Some of them get to be pretty annoying too.
And you're like, that was hilarious the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And the third time. The fifth time, not so much.
It depends on the GIF. Some of them are a little rad, a little bad. Not a big fan.
ETT closed loop steppers.
They look cool. I've never tested them, but somebody I know is. So I'll report back if I hear anything good.
Where is Keith?
I don't know. I sent him a
Hopefully
link.
fixing my freaking screen.
God.
A little laughter heals so much pain.
Not really. My leg still really fucking hurts.
Not with John Mack rubbing on it.
Went to Walmart today and I built the kids toolboxes.
You built the kids. Why don't you just buy a toolbox instead of building them?
No, that's what I mean. Like I bought a toolbox. I put
Oh,
screwdrivers and saws and hammer and tape measure and stuff in there for them.
Jesus. You're giving your 5-year-olds a saw, and a hammer,
Yeah. Yep.
2x4s.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was
Yeah, make 'em
operating in
learn
vertical
early.
mill 5.
He's got so they've got a little hacksaw and a little a little wood saw that I got at the dollar store. Hammers, nails, screwdrivers, screws, a level, tape measure,
If I had kids, I wouldn't even trust them with like a
pair of pliers,
pen.
and an
Maybe
adjustable wrench.
a giant rubber pen that doesn't even write.
Nice.
So what? The dick in your hand? Be like, here, use
I
this.
definitely wouldn't trust any of my children with anything like that. So, correct. Not
I feel
like
like
that.
your children would not be allowed in the basement.
Yeah. So my kids are like,
Probably not.
they just play in the backyard, or that we told them this. They can't use the saws without us there.
Nice.
No, your kid's just like, oh, I wanted to cut 2 inches off of my bed.
It is printing. Look at that.
Nice.
Are you wearing pants, Joe Mike? Like,
He's ball spreading for his check roulette.
but look at how his. Do you see how his mouse hand is kind of flicking away there? Is he actually using the trackpad, or is
Telling you,
he?
he's on chat roulette
Or is he using the chat pad?
I don't know.
Hey.
His laptop is aptly placed.
You know what?
They don't.
During this time of uncertainty, you got to earn
You got to
money
jerk
any
off
way
every chance you can.
Live webcams are.
Wayne's like, I don't know if I signed up for this, but this is neat.
No, I'm not
no,
polishing my hot end.
This is the conversations we have when I'm on the ship.
See? Yeah, we have an actual person that's in the military here on stream, flying around on.
Oh no, I
ships.
used to be. Now I'm a civilian sailor.
Yeah, well, you're still a sailor. I consider that military regardless. Because one day you probably have a cannon on your It might fire confetti, but it's still a cannon.
What is he, Rip Thorn?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Rip Thorn, man.
Oh.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, he was quite the character.
Down Periscope is like one of my favorite movies.
That's a good movie.
I used to watch it like
Religiously.
almost every week, at least once.
You know the electrician that's on there?
Uh-huh.
That was me in the Navy. I pretty much acted just like that guy.
You shocked yourself constantly?
Not on purpose.
The scene where he comes running into the room after they just did that emergency dive or emergency surface, one of the two, and he says, "Okay, this space looks good. I'm gonna go check the others."
So apparently, because I'm looking in at this closed loop driver board here, and you can get them with OLED screens.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I want an OLED screen on every single one of my steppers.
Yeah, so you can set what micro-stepping you want and
That's
all
crazy.
that fun stuff. Yeah.
You can see your RPM. You can
You can see
calibrate
you skipped
it.
any steps. Yeah.
It's
It's the future.
the future.
Well, and can we? Well, I guess you could use firmware retraction then and dial your retraction in on the fly.
You can do whatever you want, Captain. The USS Canada.
Well, I want to be able to dial in retraction on while it's printing.
Dialing your retraction while you're
I want to be able to dial in extrusion multiplier or.
Just gonna say whatever Jordan says, but in a bad way for some reason.
Also want to dial in Chris.
Yeah, that Chris guy. Asshole.
You're not hearing any arguments.
Don't want to argue any different. That'd be too much work. Be like, no, you're wrong. One
Do
time.
they sell the NeoPixel interface for this thing, or do you just use the regular NeoPixel interface?
Use just 5-volt WS2812B NeoPixels, and then you wire your own 3-wire to the JST. I have a breakout board on printed solid for $5 that I'd
to get you the fancy resistor and capacitor and
yeah. You don't need them, but it makes them work more effectively. So
well, if you can resist the capacitance, you do well.
Resist the capacitance.
Huh?
are we the Borg ship now?
Yeah.
No,
Resist.
that's futile.
Resistance is futile. I am the Borg.
Sounds
Blarg?
Swedish.
Captain of the USS Rust-Oleum. Is that Jordan's job? I've been wanting to dial in retraction during running for like 5 years. And I saw it in Marlin. You can turn. Yep. Now that's really popular in Duet, like with the new RR3. A lot of people are doing firmware retraction. That way you can just change it on the fly with G-code.
Well, if I can just tune it during print,
yeah,
and then get a value,
yeah,
then I take that value and I put it in my slicer, and that's that. But like, I'd love for that to be like a test mode.
Yeah,
retraction test mode. It automatically loads a G code. It runs the test, and you can start dialing it in, or I don't know,
just
something.
spin a wheel like you do with everything else in the world.
Yeah, or even just runs a I don't know, even just a stupid preset code of
Oh shit!
something.
We got Matt. Everyone run! Hide your kids.
Matt from Jake from State Farm.
Puppy potty mouths.
Are you wearing khakis?
Wouldn't you like to know?
He's not
How's
wearing
it going?
pants at all.
No, I'm a PJ. I have pants. Pants are present.
I see you decided to grow the beard back.
Yeah, quarantine beard. Yeah, you're doing it. So.
That's what Chris has got going on in quarantine beard.
I need it.
Yeah. Yes, this is what I call it, the quarantine beard.
I need the double chin.
I've been in quarantine since 2008.
Is that the last time you shaved?
I don't even know when the last time I shaved was. No, it was before that. As I lose my voice.
Say, guys, I gotta call it a night. I gotta get my grandson into bed.
You're not that old.
You're gonna go play some Animal Crossing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be on Animal Crossing. Yep, and I'll
All
still
right.
be listening in, but I gotta make
You
sure
should
he
join
gets to
the
bed.
Animal Crossing thread
Everybody is
on
crossing the
Discord.
animals.
Yeah, we have Animal Crossing in our Discord too.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna be popping in there, and I'll put in my my friend number there.
Do it.
Your friend number is Salty.
Speaking of, Chris, have you checked your turnip rates today?
79.
Okay, that's better than mine.
But I sold all my turnips the other day at 290.
Yeah, no.
Because my
What's
friends
wrong
are
with
time
you
hopping.
people? Go to bed. Go Salty. Go.
So, good night.
Mine were
Wayne.
I thought maybe I'd get a
42
tip
earlier.
in here because
What's
my island's still this little desert thing.
All that matters is we had the person who printed the best print in 2020 on the stream. I'm good. I can retire the FDM lounge stream.
Well, this 2020, there's still a lot of time left in this year yet.
I won't even try. Like, if someone prints another Kingfisher, just like, what's the point? Like, you could have just printed anything else, like a Benchy, and nope.
That's
It's
what
true.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna print.
You
the
really
best
ruined
looking,
that model.
I'm gonna print the best looking MMU Benchy. How about that?
There we go.
No, but you ruined that Kingfisher model. Like I can't print it.
Yeah, I feel bad for.
Like you did the opposite of a shitty print. Like a really shitty print makes somebody look at a model and go, I don't know if I like that. But you did an amazing print, and I look at that, and everyone's like, it's not as good as Salty's.
What's even worse is they look at Salties like, why am I even going to try to print this?
Yeah.
It's just not
then-
going to look good.
And then the guy says, hey, did you notice the layer shift?
Yeah.
And you're like,
There's
wait,
one-
there's a
flaw
layer
in it.
shift in this print? This
Where? I didn't
beautiful...
I
There's a
feel like
layer
we should
shift.
show it off
It's
again.
significant, too.
It's there.
It's a good,
Now you
like,
have
what,
to go back and look at it.
it's an 1/8 inch almost?
Are you talking about your penis again, Jordan?
No, that's a 16th.
I thought we were using reverse metric.
I haven't seen this Kingfisher
Night
yet.
Paul.
Where can I see this?
You haven't seen the Kingfisher? Oh my
Prepare
gosh.
to be amazed.
Let me pull up Wayne's
You got it?
Twitter feed.
You got it, Chris?
Yeah, I'll get it for him. You go to
Let's
bed,
get
sir.
his Twitter feed on there. We need a little social media exposure for our friend Salty.
Yeah.
Well, I got some better pictures on there than the original one.
I'm just gonna go from the top. I'm just gonna keep looking.
Yeah, I saw you.
Man, Jake from State Farm, you are the robot man. Is your internet okay, or has it got the COVID?
He's from State Farm, not from the internet company.
His internet's insured.
All right,
Maybe.
sharing the screen. Here it comes.
State Farm's pretty shitty at insuring things.
There it is. Yeah, here you go, Joe Mike. Joe Mike's just like, yeah, that's an MMU print.
Yeah, well, Prusa MMU?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many
Oh,
layer
shit.
changes was it?
that was a little over 3,000. Took about 6 days, 4 hours to print. And then,
It's actually not that bad considering.
yeah.
Oh, God.
and then there's that blue is a transparent blue. So there's on the back there you can see where there's like a white core. So the white kind of shows through. And then the fish has got a transparent outer layer with orange and blue on the inside of it, so that shows through on the transparent.
Yeah,
So-
so
Yeah.
basically print of the year. Like,
I'm
But
selling
down-
all my 3D printers.
Yeah.
3D
Print of the
printers
year,
for
and it's
sale.
only April.
But there's a layer shift in this thing.
no,
Yeah.
no, nowhere.
Where is this layer shift?
It
Down,
doesn't
down
exist.
by where the water and the body meet.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
it was like
hey,
about
Jordan, quit. Print of
I
the year.
legit
Don't
don't
care.
see it.
it was about 2.5 days into the print, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. And so I decided to let it go and see what happened, and it still turned
Like-
out great.
The water and everything like that, you can't even see that there's a layer shift there, and you're like,
Uh-uh.
it's
Yeah,
the weirdest
it's
thing.
not there, so that's good.
But speaking of layer shifts, this thing has been haunting me for quite a while now. I'll just get random layer shifts, and I keep trying to troubleshoot it, but it's difficult to troubleshoot because you try to change something, and I might go 4 or 5 days, and then all of a sudden I'll get this layer shift that shows up again.
Just have you turned off crash detection?
Yes, I've tried that.
What?
Uh,
That's usually
yeah.
like the miracle for everyone. Is like
I told them
just disable-
Octoprint.
disable
Have you tried
Octoprint?
that?
Yep, I've tried that, and I'll go for a week or so. Everything, I think I've got it, and then all of a sudden it shows up again. Sometimes it's x-axis, sometimes it's y-axis.
I just say murder it.
Well, one
Just
thing
like-
I did have,
Use it as a boat anchor on the USS Old Salty 3D.
I've got the lack enclosure, and I did have an LED strip that was coming off of the power out on the power supply. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that was causing some of it. So
Little-
I've
little
disconnected
current
that now. Yeah.
All I gotta
Maybe
say
it
is
backfed.
I'm gonna read
I don't know what he said, but I think it meant
Yeah.
something.
Matt said something, but it
I'm gonna
came out
reboot.
as brrrr.
You're gonna reboot. I think he said he's gonna reboot.
Wow, reboot. Okay.
A reboot. Okay, that was a great TV show, by the way. Carry on.
It
Oh
was.
my gosh. Someone else knows about that show.
Yeah.
Megabyte. Best villain ever.
Megabyte.
But
I like
anyhow-
the villain from Toxic Avengers cartoon series, but
Oh yeah. I got to get
No.
going.
all right. Wayne, thank you, sir.
Yep.
You're
I'll see you
welcome
tomorrow
anytime.
later.
Yeah.
See you, man. And then
Yeah,
there
Joe, Mike, I
was-
love that. I love Reboot. It was a great show.
Mhm.
It was
They-
such a
they
good.
tried
It was a
rebooting
Saturday
it, too.
morning cartoon. It was just a good one.
They did
Yeah,
reboot
Dot.
the reboot.
Yeah, they did.
Dot Matrix.
Sucked.
Just
Enzo.
Enzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Like
see,
the,
then when he turned into like post-apocalyptic world Enzo, and it's like, okay, this guy's way better.
I just like the premise of it, like living in a computer, then all of a sudden a game comes down. It's like, oh, now we got to play a game.
But it also, if the game fails, it causes dead sectors,
Hmm
you know, and then there's a couple viruses just living, doing their thing.
Normal.
And Bob he's McAfee. It's Bob McAfee is his name. He is an antivirus, basically. He just comes in, he's the guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was awesome.
This might be.
Ugh.
We'll see how the stringing does, but this might be the most crisp benchy I've ever printed.
Nice. Now, what am I printing?
Underpants. Oh,
Not underpants.
Gay nonsense.
But-
I have no
But
idea.
Bug.
Nope.
How do you know about Reboot?
Who, me?
Anybody?
I
'Cause I watched
TV.
it.
But it was
on
a
Saturday.
Canadian TV show.
Oh, like you
We-
don't get any of ours.
Yeah, like we didn't get You Can't Do That on Television and all those other shows from Canada because
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, which I think broadcast.
They restreamed YTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
By the
can't do
way,
that on television.
If
was
there's any way
awesome.
you can get me all of the episodes of You Can't Do That on Television, I will love you forever, because I live in America, and one, I can't buy the DVDs. I can't stream it because not allowed in my country, and
BitTorrent.
Just use a VPN.
I can't. There's none. Like,
Really?
I've tried VPN and there's nowhere that streams it. Like, you used to be able to buy the DVDs. Now they don't have them. Like, it's such a hard show. Red Green Show. I used to watch that as a kid. I watch that now.
Mhm. Like I always say, if the woman don't find you handsome, at least let them find you handy.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, Chris,
Whoa, that is still not good. You still sound like Captain Roman. You're like, how is this?
Chris, you know what I'm going to do for you?
On 2 yards.
I just found an ad on basically Craigslist in my area. The place is in North Bay, so it's north. I'll just have them mail it and get the complete DVD set for $30.
Yeah, I need that.
So
See what I can
Venmo.
I mean, if you want to buy it and rip it for me and then send me the files so we don't have to pay shipping, I'll gladly give you the money to buy it. Because I would watch that every day. Like, they have a few episodes on YouTube, like 5, and then it just clips.
Yeah,
Like,
nothing
it
but
pisses
good.
me off. Like, you cannot find that show anywhere. And it was so good. So good.
That was back during the glory days of Nickelodeon.
It was.
Glory
Dude,
hole.
you want to hear the best story of Nickelodeon? This is my favorite story of all time of Nickelodeon. So, you know how they had all those kid shows? They had all those kid actors, like All That and
Mhm.
Clarissa Explains It All. I mean, those are all going on at the same time. The guy who was like the head of the Nickelodeon, what was that? Like, basically, he's the guy in charge of all these shows. He sat down in a meeting, and he had all of the directors and producers of these shows, and like basically every employee that would be on these sets with the kids. And he set a gun on the table, and he goes, "If any of you try to give drugs to these kids, or try to screw with these kids, or do any of these kids, I will shoot you." And that's the only reason they were so successful. Like, if you look at the kids from those shows, they're all normal people. Like, very few of them ever went on some like random, like, you don't see too many horror stories from the original. Like, we're not talking about a couple
Amanda
like,
Bynes.
yeah, not like that was after all that. But if you look at the majority of all those kids from that show, they all turned out pretty normal. Like Keenan and Kel, like, I guess Kel Mitchell, he had like a brain issue. Like, he got hit. Oh, Matt has a better video stream. He's actually not choppy right now.
Wow. I'm on public Wi-Fi.
There we go.
Wait, public Wi-Fi is better than your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
You need to switch professions to working for Comcast.
there.
State Farm ain't cutting it.
See, Graybeard wants it on a DVD set.
Hey,
Ryan wants it on that
Patreon
set.
wants it on it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, and like, I've tried torrent sites, and they're like really bad quality. It's like they ripped it in actual 640 by 480. Like, instead
I just
of
found
ripping
a
it,
Graybeard sticker.
I've got.
So you know what I could do, Chris? Is I'll figure out how much it's going to cost for the DVDs and the shipping, and I'll just make all three of you split on it. I'll send it to you. You rip it. Send them a copy or rip it themselves, or you send them a rip or whatever you're going to do.
We'll keep mailing it to each other for ripping.
Yeah, it's the
Sounds like one of you should
the
just start a
traveling
Plex
pants,
server.
right? The story of
Plex
the
server would be
traveling
nice.
Just
DVD.
rip it and put it on a Plex server and share it.
Or I mean, I've got a dedicated BitTorrent server behind me. So I mean, if you guys want me to put it up on the torrent,
Well, there we go. Should we send you the DVDs?
see, John Mack agrees with me.
I don't have an optical drive.
Can we not talk about piracy on live social
Piracy?
streaming media?
I own
Nope.
those DVDs, so making copies of them is
Oh
completely
yeah,
legal.
let's talk about that one.
And I can share with my friends.
Yeah, totally.
I don't even want to go there.
You can still get DVDs from Netflix. My dad still gets DVDs for many Netflix shows. Like, he's like me. Like, he loves rewatching the shows from when he was a kid. So like, he's been watching like Detective Chan and Murder She Wrote and like these old.
What's some
shows we used to
other
watch.
Canadian content you guys want that I can probably get?
That's the major one because
I feel like a Canada dealer. There's a little Canada for you, and a little Canada for you, and a little Canada.
Can we
don't think my
trade your
Dropbox
geese
could
back to you?
Yeah, can we
No,
send
they're
Canadian
yours.
geese back to you?
We don't want them anymore.
Yeah,
They
They're
walked in the
assholes.
streets.
Okay,
They are
here's the
They
fun
bite.
fact. Like, I was a kid. We never had Canadian geese. As an adult, we have a Canadian geese problem in our town. We have very few coyotes and like no wolves. So we have no natural
You know they're
predators.
protected here.
They're
They're not
protected
protected
here.
It's illegal.
It's
Well,
illegal to hit them with
there
your
is hunting
car
season
here.
for them, though. There is hunting season.
I find it ridiculous. The bastards walk as slow as they can across the street, and it's illegal to hit them with their car.
Yeah, but if you get too close to move them, they bite.
You can't even bump them with your car. If a policeman sees you just bumping them with your car, you will get animal cruelty for protected species. That's
If
like,
you
what
ture
the-
to get too close to a goose with your
protected
car,
species that
the goose will eat your car.
overreproduces and leaves
Goose
poop
attack!
It'll
It's
just
like, you all are visitors in this country, and
angry
you're from
snake
Canada.
bird.
Respect it.
yeah, we do by walking slow.
and snipping at people. Yeah, our golf course that's near my house, they hire people to release coyotes to scare off the geese a couple times a year. Like, that's how bad it gets out here.
I think I might have some skew.
You're a skew.
Skew
I'm
on the
just
Z?
say that.
Wait, that's about at my fade height.
Yeah. Yeah,
Huh.
what's your fade height? Is it a 10 or is it like...
It's 10.
Oh. It's usually pretty safe.
Like 3.
Or is it that little line that always forms on the benchy?
Mm-mm.
There's that line that always forms on the benchy, like at the bow.
Well, that one I know, but this one's internal. It's like on the inside. It's on the little box on the inside.
Oh, you're just silly.
I think I have my bed fade at 2 or 3 mil.
Okay. Well,
Even
I blame
low. I'm
Matt.
low.
You know, Matt's here. We haven't talked to him once. Matt, how you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
I am
You were
a little bit-
talking. I was listening. I couldn't talk back.
How
And
is
this
that
is out of
enter
PETG.
tank going?
It's good. Cracking away.
Have you put the control board in a box with a proper fan yet?
No, of course not.
Have you put a
I
nose bend on it
approve.
yet?
I approve wholeheartedly of this mod. This mod right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the best mod you're gonna find.
What?
The thing's a
giant-
tank,
It's in the back. Sitting
but
on,
it's just
sitting on a piece of
Oh.
cardboard
Oh, yeah, with the fan on it.
free balling.
with a fan on it.
Yeah, all it needs is a Nova hot end so
Cracking
we can
away.
do that 400 millimeters per second.
He is.
Nah.
Look how beautiful that hot end is. Look how clean everything is, and then he's free balling on the back.
Well, that's all Greg 3D,
No.
Greg 3D mod.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, after
Naked
dark
John
with
Mac.
John Mac.
Johnny
Johnny
Mac.
Mac's still the bear.
Power.
Hey, careful. Johnny Mac's gonna show the bear in a minute if you're not careful.
I don't have a bear.
You got a panda?
All I got to say is, Robbie Mack, I was on a photography, like we call it like a, I don't know, it's like a photography walk. Like a bunch of us photographers met up and we started walking all over taking pictures. A goose snuck up behind a guy and he smacked him with his like crazy huge lens on his camera. He came just like wham.
And the goose took a chunk out of his arm.
No, the goose was like, I'm out of here. Motherfucker's crazy. Even though
They
the goose was
are-
trying to attack.
They are like the most non-Canadian things that Canada's named.
Yeah.
They are dicks. They shit everywhere. They bite.
Yeah,
But that's
So-
not who we are.
Can we just rename them Jordan geese?
No. They're in America now. You can label them Trumps.
But all right, not to be political, I don't think he bites anybody or poops on anything. So
Just grabs them in
just
the.
to be fair,
We don't
we
know.
We,
We
gotta
don't
come up
know.
with something better. I think there'd be video.
We've
of it by
heard that
now.
he pees on people, or he gets peed on. We don't know. We don't know.
I think he's Canadian now.
Kyle Davis, the Ender 5 is not a Core XY.
No, you can make it with.
You can convert it, sure.
Yeah, that's why I think is what he's saying. He's like, I want to see my Core XY Ender 5 with rails.
I understand now.
I'd build a Core XY.
I want to build a Core XY. I'm going to build
a Core XY. I'm building a frickin'
I'm building a
Laminator.
Core XYZ. Like the Z moves like this.
Oh, Ashley's in chat.
And the nozzle stays in position. And the nozzle.
So you want to have the reverse of everything. You want to have like a stationary nozzle and move everything else.
Yeah, the nozzle only moves up and down. The bed moves everything else.
Okay, so you know what you want? You want the Sculpto. That thing is crazy. Did you see it?
Oh, the circle thing?
Oh, the circle thing?
Yeah, I can't.
Now, the nozzle does move, okay? The nozzle does move in and out. But it's moving in one arc while it's moving the bed in another arc.
Oh, I saw that.
In order to get it to... It just looks...
That's another thing I won't buy.
You guys
it
remember
looks like
that?
a DJ, like mixing it, like
what was that?
Scratching the record.
You're a DJ scratching
There
my
used
record.
to be a printer that the bed was X and Y. It was like a plastic bed, and it went on lead screws, and the hot end remains stationary. You remember that? Micro Center carried it for a little bit, and then they went out of business.
But I want to build one.
I remember hearing about something like that.
It was just fun to watch, but the print quality was absolutely horrible.
I just
on
want to
the one that they had.
I want to make a 300 by 300 8mm thick aluminum bed that just moves.
Chris, remember, what's the Easy 3 X1? That little orange thing.
I don't know.
Does it not do that with the bed, or is that?
This one was pink.
Like if this was photography, I would learn all these little nuance systems. But if something doesn't interest me whatsoever, I just ignore it in 3D printing land. Like, I have no passion to buy $100 printer. Like, it's just, I don't care if it works. Like, I would just clutter my basement and
I
use it
watched
like
the
10
Linus
times.
video of that printer, and it was a crappy video.
My favorite Linus video is his review of the Ultimaker, where it has like the horrible like bow on the bench, and he's like, "Yeah, that's printed pretty all right." Like,
it's because you don't know what you're talking about.
You're not a 3D printer. Like, discontinue your conversation.
Average 3D household 3D printer is an Ultimaker S5, which is like $5,000.
Yeah, that's my at-home printer. Good.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because everyone totally uses 3mm filament too.
Yeah, everybody. If I went to a school, maybe. You guys in your 3mm filament. Did anyone message me?
What?
Oh.
Oh no, it's a little. Yeah, it does have excellent.
All right, just making sure I didn't have any like weird messages, because like usually this late at night I'll get some cool. Someone will message me something odd.
Just
Is it odd, like as in like penises, or
No.
odd as in
No. Now if
like booty call requests?
no, like because I'm do model photography, like if I go to my Snapchat right now, there'll be a bunch of booby pictures. Like that's
Special model.
half of my it's literally it's all boobs.
How do I get your Snapchat login?
Yeah, because everyone's trying to sell their OnlyFans account, so all these. So here's a fun fact. So my friend started her own OnlyFans account. She's a model that I know. She's telling me the process. She started up a week and a half ago, and her monthly income is over $1,200 now.
Oh yeah, some of them make big bucks.
Wait, what is OnlyFans?
It's like Instagram, but you pay money to subscribe to each person, and typically it's a woman with porn that they're selling on there.
Oh, that's what I always keep seeing on.
It's Patreon for naked people.
For naked women.
Well, there's men on
because no naked dudes make that kind
just capitalized. Like,
So is he using the laptop camera for his crotch shot? Is that what we're missing?
No, I've got a C930 wide, extra wide down here. Fisheye lens.
nice.
Get
That makes it
out
look
of here.
huge when you get it really close.
Add
Cat
some
butt.
girth.
The cat's
Hey,
like,
it's a cat butt, and it's not my cat.
I know. There's a bear butt. Damn, J-Mac has an OnlyFans page. Yeah, he does. Of course he does.
So, Matt, what's the cat's name?
This is Willow.
Hi.
Willow was adopted. She had ear mites so bad she scratched her whole face off.
Mm.
I blame
That's
Canadian
safer.
geese. Actually, Willow's one of the greatest movies ever.
It's so good.
Yeah. Another movie that Robot Princess has never seen.
One of
What
the
movie?
He
one of
Willow.
Val Kilmer's
passed away
best
a few
movies.
years ago.
It was also that
Have
one
not
guy.
seen. Can't
Which
confirm.
one guy?
What?
Warwick Davis?
Yeah.
Warwick Davis.
Such a good
Yeah,
movie for
he
him.
passed away.
R2D2 himself.
No, that's not R2D2.
Wasn't it?
Kenny something.
Oh
or other
no, wait,
played
yeah,
R2D2.
like Kenny Loggins.
I hate you just a little bit right now,
Yeah.
but I'm all right. Nobody worry about me.
Yeah. I mean, besides Leprechaun, come on.
What was the name of that stupid printer that had the bad move on X and Y? Use little lead screws.
You need one of those people that actually are interested in those really weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
Willow, Dark Crystal, Goonies, The Neverending Story, Part 1 and Part 2.
New
But not
matter?
part 3.
New matter, is it?
No Matter?
Was it New Matter?
It was
Time
the
Bandits. That was
band
good.
that
Oh,
moved back and
Time
forth, and it's
Bandits.
just in a clear dome.
That
Right?
was I gotta watch that.
The Mod T. That was it.
Mod T.
Yes.
All right, let's go
Here.
look this thing up. Of course, typing in Mod T. Yeah, New Matter Mod T. Wow.
So yeah.
There's no picture of it.
Thank
here's
you,
a-
John.
I just remember the clear dome.
Yeah, it did. It had the clear here.
There it is. Yeah.
Hey,
And you can still buy them at Best Buy. No, you
Oh
can't.
my god.
Here, I'll put this in the chat. Hey,
That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It
I mean-
seriously, it was an interesting thing watching it print, just because the bed.
I want to get one.
The Princess Bride is so good.
It is a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
The only issue with it didn't have a heated bed, obviously.
of course. not.
And the print quality was so janky because the bed did not move smoothly.
Oh, look at this. Paste, link. No, don't look at me. Ah! Lie. I just posted a link to a YouTube video by our esteemed associate Joel T. Telling.
Oh, did you review it?
Apparently,
Nice.
Yeah, he
back
did
in
it.
2017.
Oh boy, that was like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, they went
Like-
out of business pretty much right after that.
Can someone send Joel the Zoltek gear?
No.
No.
I don't know. Part of me wants to see someone important rip it apart.
Send me one. I'll take a look at
Isn't
it.
Josh important enough?
Tony, that is totally
That's
right.
Josh
Lots of
from
slack in the bed, gear rack.
Josh
I mean,
has
the,
a Ziltech printer that he got for his birthday from Ziltech. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it's a gear. That's
Yeah.
what Josh
Oh,
a little
crap,
while
it's
ago got.
midnight.
Has
I
he
gotta
reviewed
work.
it?
It is midnight.
I'm leaving.
Good night, Joe.
Bye.
Get
Have
naked.
fun, everyone.
yeah.
I'm gonna get half naked. I'm already
But what half?
the half that's not naked right now.
Remember,
So I'm
the
just
bottom
gonna-
half is naked for his OnlyFans.
Just gonna
account.
finish the job and go to bed.
Yeah, there should be someone should make a gag sexy 3D printer person, either calendar or OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans. Definitely OnlyFans.
Like someone laying across all those bear printers with looking like a teddy bear.
Just cover yourself in benchies and nothing
You
else.
use my beard to cover my nipples. Print
That'd be a big
obnoxious.
venti to cover up.
Celebration cubes.
You cover your junk with a Z-axis lead screw.
I don't think anyone actually wants to see that besides Neris. Let's be fair. It's just saying. If you
And
build a
he'll
life-size doll of it,
I'm kidding.
you might have nipple benchies.
Why?
And we can't have actual women do it. We have to have a guy do it because that's just going to be like.
No, it has to be a dude. And
Yeah.
I mean, the nice part about 3D printing dudes is we're generally all fat.
Yeah, I think
Like, I mean, and there's not like Pooch is like our slim model.
Yeah,
and even then, he's probably just as fat as the rest of us.
There's lots of slim people.
Yeah, John Mack.
No.
Dan. Dan's not fat.
Robbie Mack.
I'm like
Which Dan?
230
Dan's fat?
something.
Dan said he was fat the other day, and he showed us his gut.
No, PHAT. Pretty hot thing.
Pretty hot thing?
Pretty hot.
Calling Brian Vines fat?
Brian Vines that would be hot. Him and his little library, like on his table, 3D printer, just like.
But you get the elliptical first.
Yeah,
so
it is elliptical in the shot.
He gets that sweat going first. He gets the glow.
Put on a desk, kind of like that Bill Gates pose on a desk.
Have Wexter.
We'll ask him. We'll be like, hey, do you want
to start an OnlyFans account?
Do you want to get started an OnlyFans account and slap your junk on CW's printer?
This isn't TPU, baby.
No, it's teabagging.
Some real hot end polish.
Yeah. Just get a Nova hot end and be naked and just it's the video. You're just polishing the hot end with a microfiber cloth.
No. You're polishing it. You're just polishing that. You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it down low, Chris, and polish it properly.
You're just like, I got my hot end.
Does
this turn you on? G28, M350, E500.
And this is how he got a lady friend.
And she's hot, so I mean, I don't know what I did wrong in life.
Does she speak G code?
No, but she wants to get a 3D printer and learn.
You should just give her one of your bears.
So she has to learn G code command in bed.
Wake her up in the morning. Hey, this might happen if you don't answer this question.
Just be like, hey, M140S. 69.
It's getting hot in here.
And she's like, why are we warming up to oh
we're at the PIE.
You get out of my PID. My PID.
My PID.
Keep your PID out of my PID all day.
I blame the internet for my brain.
I blame Chris for the internet.
I remember.
Apparently, the internet's just for porn.
So fun fact, the story I was going with, when I was in high school, I was one of the first kids who had cable internet. So I was the kid ripping CDs for $20 a pop of whatever, like, 60-second porn clips I get off the internet. Nobody else could do that because I also had one of the first burners in school.
I used to be the software delivery guy.
Yeah.
I used to, like, anybody who's going out of grade 8 or out of high school into college and needed all like Adobe and everything like that for their degree. I was I got
with architecture school, all the AutoCADs and 3D Studio Maxes.
Oh,
yeah.
Adobe's.
I am so glad I get all that legally for free.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
but I had
Kyle,
all
that just looks like
kinds
a sexy guy with sunglasses. That doesn't look like a picture of an under 5, but
Look at that pose. He's just posing the junk. Look at it. He's just lighting it right up.
Robbie Mack.
Speaking of
Oh, this the
the
new
mohawk.
younger Robbie Mack.
All right, now you have to do the photo shoot with that hair.
I'm in a best hair competition with my 6-year-old grandson.
I'm voting for the 6-year-old.
And he's already whooping your ass.
Yeah. He
Oh,
looks
do
way
you,
better
do you
than I do.
dye the pink too?
I tried to dye it pink, and whatever dye I got, like all of it washed out. I mean, it's there's a pink.
So here's what you do: you buy a bunch of beets.
Was it Kool-Aid?
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
Just risk Kool-Aid.
I actually had somebody else ask me if it was Kool-Aid also. No, I used to have a pink stripe in my hair when I was a teenager, and so that was like a natural thing was, well, let me dye it pink again. That'll be funny.
How does the wife feel about it?
Oh, she puts up with my shenanigans. I'll wear it for like a week. I'll wear it for like a week, and then I'll shave it off for my summer cut.
Summer cut as in he shaves his balls to a mohawk.
Yeah, baby.
You gotta get that air conditioning in.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I
I
was-
see. I think Linus Tech Tip sponsor was like manscaping package or something.
Oh.
Nice.
So Pat McAfee, the kicker for the Colts, who has his own YouTube and like news thing,
Yeah,
he's sponsored by a lot of men enhancing.
Is he really?
Oh yeah, I forget what his main sponsor is, but it's basically, not male enhancement.
Extends.
It's not extend. It's not like that, but it's for male potency and stuff. Like, yeah. I had
That
a
one
buddy
surprised me.
who was like, "Dude, check out this picture," and we all looked at it, and it was his junk, and he had cut all the hair off and left the long, and then made the curly mustache. He made handlebar mustaches, and I was like, "It looks like Gonzo with a fancy mustache." I also know that he has a huge penis now. Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, buddy.
Natural male enhancement.
Yeah, and we're at him. And
You ordered a
girlfriend's house,
skit
and
of
I'm
it,
just
didn't
like-
you?
I'm just like, is that why you guys have 5 kids? Like,
I used to work with a guy, Todd McComas, and he ended up becoming a state trooper. And then now he's a stand-up comedian, and he's with that McAfee and Barstool Sports and all that stuff.
oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Barstool Sports, I love it. I love listening to Pat McAfee because the dude's really good at football. Like his knowledge on football, and then just the way he presents it is much better than a lot of the other newsy sportscasters. Like he's not the guy that goes like, this team had more heart.
Is Kyle Davis trying to post a picture in the YouTube chat?
I think he is.
It might be a link, which means
Links
you
are
can't see it.
denied.
Yeah, I don't think I have any moderators in that chat.
Oh, I'm a moderator.
I'm a moderator, but I'm not seeing anything to approve.
There's no link.
I blame the internet again. Or channel.
I don't mind seeing his printer. Little personal.
Post
For the first date,
Um,
come see his
I
printer.
Post it to Twitter.
I also don't see a link.
No, the
anywhere.
best first dates are in Animal Crossing.
You're an animal.
Yep.
Crossing.
Buttram, I think it was his first year with the Colts, and he tried swimming across the canal at Broad Ripple, all liquored up.
Is he showing the whole printer or just his hot
You know what?
end?
I believe he's on
Oh.
Discord, so maybe he's on Discord.
He's showing the tip, just the nozzle.
Just the tip.
Now, is that a 0.4 or a 0.8?
It's all of the above.
Yes.
Is that a 0.8 nozzle? Or are you just happy to see me?
Is it a volcano?
Is that a
Wow.
super volcano? Or are you just happy to see me?
I love super volcanoes. It's like, let's just keep making this longer and more obnoxious.
And if it hits one bump, it shears itself off the wall.
Kyle Davis is on Discord.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing the picture anywhere. It's not on Meme Wars for sure. There's a blow up doll there. Journal discussion.
But is it like, is this a pornographic picture of you in your printer? Like, are you doing things to it? Because I mean, that's fine. Let's take a look. I mean, whatever happens.
Yeah, I don't see it there either. Oh, unless it's on Twitter. I haven't been on there in a while. Oh, there is a one notification. Nope, it's just Dr. Jekyll follows me. This is a tweet for left-handed gamers. Thanks, Steel Series.
Whoop, whoop.
Wait, are you a lefty?
No.
Am I the only?
I'm looking at the Steel. I'm looking at you. You apparently liked it and commented it, so it showed up in my stream. So.
Oh, because
Because
YouTube or
I'm
Twitter
not-
likes to switch back to most relevant or something
I don't know if it was
instead of
relevant.
the latest. Give me the chronological order of stuff, people. Stop messing with
Yeah.
logic.
Yeah, really.
Let's see, link to the Discord, and oh gosh, this is the hard part. Like, it's so easy to do this from the stupid. There it is. Invite people. Copy. Butcheron, you're not a left-E. You're a communist. Rah!
Okay, I'm going to bed. Maybe
John
Mr.
Mack, you're-
Buttram could come join.
Yeah, Butcheron.
Oh,
come
Butcheon
join.
doesn't touch anything. He's
Oh,
not a joiner.
he's joining. He's like, I'm coming, honey. Oh. All right, John. Have a good night, man.
Good night.
See you,
night.
John.
Be the big spoon tonight. Be the big spoon. I always strive to be the big spoon. I always end up being the little spoon.
I end up being the knife,
In Knifey Spoony.
just by myself.
Knifey Spoony is the best game ever. One person gets a knife, one person gets a spoon, and you fight to the death. You always want to pick first. Unless you're a moron.
Or a masochist.
Yeah, I just really like being stabbed. Oh man,
All
if
right.
you have what I do for streaming with the cameras, I buy a cam link from Elgato.
El gato.
You take the HDMI out, you stick the Elgato cam link on, and then you stick it into your USB port on your computer, and now you've got any SLR or any device that has HDMI out now becomes an input to your thing. So if you want to, if we wanted to watch Netflix, I can literally like plug in an Apple iPod, an Apple or Roku or whatever, and plug it into the computer, and it's now input. We can sit here and watch it illegally as a group.
No, but you own that shit. You're allowed to distribute it however you want.
I own everything. I'm an American.
Copyright law does not apply to you.
Yeah, you're just making a backup on YouTube.
Yeah. What if I want to watch this?
You
storing it
have
in the
a
cloud,
free
man.
YouTube storage account.
Michael's back, and Chris Travis is there.
Hey, Michael Castle.
And John Mack.
Cam links are like $80. If that's what we're talking about, that's expensive. It's just an $80 little dongle. Like they've got the expensive ones, but I just use the Camlink 4K, which is like $100.
Or just buy a webcam.
Elgato.
I think we got something like that to try to. You're talking about it's like a video converter or something.
Yeah, just a USB cam link.
Yeah, we were. My wife was trying to like convert some old VHS movies and stuff over.
Yeah,
it sort of works, but 8-hour videos tend to get screwed up.
This is the link to it.
That's the wink.
The link to it. Oh, did I even post it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for gamers. Like that's what typically people use a cam link for, is to plug in their whatever. But I use it for this camera here. That's a 4K camera.
I am getting one so that I can stream my Switch.
Yes.
You're getting a sex change or something? I'm just messing, Devin.
I know.
Actually, a cam link is less expensive than buying most webcams right now. So they didn't even have any on frickin' Amazon.
I just popped a balloon and it fell in a river, and now I can't get it.
Yep, Camlink 4K. Let me let me log into my account and see how much I paid for it back in the day.
Is this Animal Crossing stuff?
Yes.
It's always Animal Crossing, Robbie. You're not cool unless you've done
I
Animal
know.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
I don't
cool.
know what all the hubbub's about.
My
I didn't know
son
your
play that.
slingshot could break.
Yeah, they all break except for the ladder and the pole.
Oh, I've had my slingshot for like a really long time, and it's like just now broke.
You're
Yeah,
beating
it
people
takes
with
30
ladders.
shots to break.
Do I not have a slingshot recipe?
You don't have a slingshot recipe. You just buy one from the store.
Oh, but the store is closed.
Oh, Kyle Davis just sent me $2 to let me know he posted it in the general discussion.
Sweet.
And let me pull up my screen share. And
Looks like a FISEC clone board.
Wow, that is
Some rails.
it's a Prusa BMG style extruder. With
Kind of, yeah.
The Core XY mod with linear rails. That's dope.
Sexy.
I like it.
It's nice.
Sold. I'll take 2. Just I won't pay for it.
Yeah.
But I'll give you-
Influencer status.
I'll
Take
give you
one.
really good reviews. I don't review printers. After that nonsense.
I mean,
don't
you
wanna be
could.
I don't want to be the guy who recommends a printer, then they're like, "This sucked," like, and then I'm just gonna yell at them like, "You're a moron." That's literally my response is gonna be if they say it doesn't work for them.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll totally take
It
one.
works on my machine.
Well, just review like old printers.
there we go.
Like Sam Lander did the review on the CR10 Mini
I'm gonna review a
a
Thing-O-Matic.
week ago.
I love that.
They don't.
Is
they
this
don't
printer
sell
even worth it?
anymore.
It
Yeah.
doesn't exist. And if you're
Did you-
buying it used, that changes the entire perspective of is it worth it or not.
But that's a hell of a printer backlog he's got. If he's 2 years after the fact, he's finally reviewing it.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave looked at my StreamYard link and didn't click on it or say hello.
Dave.
Dave. Oh, I want to see what Jordan wrote to Repcord here.
Dave's not here, man.
Oh, Prusa Research. He's getting a printer. 290 kilograms of weight.
Yeah. What the heck did Pooch order?
290 filament spools.
Yeah.
Probably.
Um,
An extrusion line? I don't know.
let's see. I think it's 20 kilograms for
Oh,
a
could be
Mark
an
III
extrusion
box.
line.
I don't think they would send him a box for an extrusion line of 290 kilograms. So let's see here. What's 290 kilograms in pounds? That is exactly
400.
693. That's not enough for an extrusion line. At least not the one Dave has. What's 639 pounds of how many printers is that?
How many MK3s is that plus filament?
For a
5.
printer.
I want to see the bill. I don't want to see the tracking number. Someone show me the bill.
Yeah.
What
I
if it
wish
was
the
Big Pat
packing
Zero?
slip.
It's
Could be
13 packages, so that looks like 13 Mark IIIs.
Hmm.
It's about
Or-
right.
Or a dozen Mark IIIs and a bunch of filament?
Let's see. 290 divided by 13 is about 20 kilograms, and I was right. It's about 20 kilograms per Mark III box because I've had them before. So he's got 13 Mark IIIs coming.
You're not going in there.
Good for him.
20. I just saw the order that he showed said there's 13 on that order, so maybe he's got 13 coming and 7 more. Good night, Ryan. Don't forget to cuddle your wife.
Good night, wingman.
Don't forget the song.
Don't forget the song in the morning when you wake up.
Wait, aren't you working, wingman? Oh, he's probably just getting off work.
Oh. Holy crack fiend. 2, 4, 6, 8 new people in the Discord.
Yeah. Keep that shit
How
on
Wow.
lock.
heavy is
new
an
people.
E3D tool changer is pretty heavy. Mostly because the box is really big and there's a lot of packing.
Oh, so much fudge.
My favorite is when you order an Artemis, you get shipped a wooden crate.
As it should be.
Yeah, well, it's fully assembled. Oh, he wasn't working tonight. She'll enjoy it.
Well, that was short-lived.
Is he done already?
He went back and was working nights for, I guess, about a week. Now he says he's back to staying at home again.
No, they just don't like him. They're like, man, it smelled so much better when Ryan wasn't here. Yeah, the prints look good. The TPU print was crazy. Nice, sexy benchy. Damn it. Share screen. Share screen is this button. That's not share screen. It's this button.
Benchy.
That's a sex benchy. That's why I want a Core XY. That looks like a Winston fan too.
That's what I'm using too. Okay. Yeah.
That's a nice benchy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. You know what? Throw 2 benchies in the box with the printer. I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sold.
There you go.
Oh.
Maybe with all this, you can't do this on television hustling money, I'll buy a Core XY.
I didn't realize you could buy a Core XY for $50.
I need to add more roles to people. Let's see here. Where's Mad Monkey? Mad Monkey, you get moderator status. Mr. Buttram, you also get moderator status.
Don't give Buttry
He
on
likes
the power.
he likes the status symbols.
And we'll give Devin some gatekeeper status, is what I call it. And you know, Robbie Mac here.
On Butcher? Oh, I don't want it, man. I don't visit. Discord you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really visit it enough.
Too bad, you're important now.
Yeah.
You now have a yellow badge shown on your name, so whenever you type, it's yellow.
Oh, that's cool. Yellow's a good
Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got a DM from Naked Ron.
Oh yeah, he said earlier he was going to slide into your DMs.
And he did.
With his wiener?
No.
Unacceptable, Ryan.
Well, I'm off to bed. I'm not young anymore. I was like, okay. And then I will dive into your DM later today. I was like,
he's like, diving in your DMs.
Why you gotta out Naked Ron?
Ron outed himself with his wiener.
Yeah, he did. Anybody else that wants? Let's see, who else can I find in this long list? Make Jason from LDO. Can I make him a moderator? Discord.
But why?
Oh, I made Viking one already. No, wait.
no, it's still going.
Where is Viking?
Viking is a gatekeeper now. Now that people are actually coming to the Discord, I need to actually make sure there's some people that can be like, please don't post anything racist or bigoted or stupid. And people be like, oh, by the way, I should probably delete that. So they can.
Let me go change that print.
Nope. Viking might be just waking up.
He very well could be.
Hey Google,
guys.
what time is it in
Norway.
Norway?
3 a.m.
The time in Norway is 7:26 a.m.
It's too early to wake up for them.
Oh, no, it's way later than I thought.
Yeah.
7 hours.
For me.
Because it's normally 3
No, I
a.m. when
didn't
we
realize
start
it.
streaming.
I didn't realize it was 1 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's 12:30 here.
I should eat dinner at some point.
Why do you think I'm eating Stacy?
Well, I brought some cheese, but that didn't tide me over as much as I thought it would.
I ate a bag of Tide Pods and I'm just feeling a little upset in my tummy.
Here's how to help that. You take a thing of Lysol, you mix it with Fabuloso, and then snort it.
Oh.
But then you inject the Clorox.
This sounds like an 8-ball gone bad. I feel like I'm going to feel really good for like 3 seconds, and after that, there'll be a shed of terror, and then there won't be an FDM lounge chat for a long time. There'll be like a commemorative one at one point. I had my Clorox shake. I said chicken quesadilla. Oh,
That sounds so good.
with mac and cheese too, Michael.
Someone needs to make a legitimate cocktail and call it the Tide Pod.
There is one. There was a
That
bunch of
came out a
bars
while
doing it.
ago.
Yeah, it was like blue Caraco, and something was white in the middle, and they had red on top. It's probably grenadine. You just have to float them. You have to figure out which one's the heaviest.
Well, I don't when the Tide Pod challenge was a thing, I was underage.
For Tide Pods, you don't have to have an age limit to buy those.
Yeah. Yeah, you do to buy spray paint though, because y'all kids keep spraying on my damn walls. Like,
Yes, I
underpass.
went and bought spray paint when I turned 18. I bought like $200 worth of spray paint.
I want to buy not spray paint when I turn 18.
I'm gonna buy vinography.
There's this creepy llama for you, Jordan.
What? There's this creepy llama.
Whiteout.
Where is Llama?
He's probably sleeping too, man. He's been going to bed early lately.
So it looks like he's the only one who has a normal sleep schedule in quarantine.
Yeah, I did for a little bit, and then I realized I could stream until whenever I want. And then Animal Crossing came out, and I'm like, shit.
I don't think I've gone to bed before like 4 or 5, like 5 a.m. in like a good 3 weeks.
That is not good for you.
I go to bed at least by 2, but I don't have to wake up until 10.
But I don't get up till like 1.
I have to wake up at 9 in the morning tomorrow. Well, I have to wake up at 8:30 tomorrow morning so I can be on live stream to go over like NDA stuff.
Ooh, who you streaming with?
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of the NDA, Devin.
I know.
Yeah, no, I have to get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock every morning.
Why?
You have kids.
I have kids.
Yeah. Hey, Devin, when you have kids one day with your 7-foot-tall, non-bearded,
naked run
6-pack guy who buys you the truck to drive and is into robotics, yeah, you'll understand why you have to wake up early.
Nope, but my 7-foot-tall, not clean-shaven robot guy also doesn't want kids.
Wow.
Oh.
You can have kids. You just need to buy Benadryl.
Mm-mm.
That's
no,
what
she's
Leroy
gonna
did.
she's not gonna have any money after buying this dude.
Shipping him from Russia.
He's gonna have to order special.
I'm gonna
order
have to
him from the
invent
factory.
him.
He's a giant. He's remember Get Smart? He's Hermie, the robot.
Is he made out of TPU?
No,
because Chris has the start of him.
Polycarbonate.
I did. Do you need it longer or a different skin color? Just let me know. I've got dark right now. And what flavor do you like? I can put some lavender oil in the extruder.
Can you do like lemonade?
Devin, are you asking for a golden shower?
No.
Milk
No.
Around the corner, I just made.
Milk lemonade around the corner. That's all I thought of as soon as you said lemonade.
I meant the drink, not the other thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to make my future husband in my own workshop that I will build in my own converted firehouse.
So
are you the fucking Ghostbusters?
An old firehouse would be cool.
No, that's like my dream house is a converted firehouse.
Yeah, like
hey
the
Chris,
Ghostbusters.
that thread's getting deleted.
What thread?
Sledge thread. He just posted something.
Yeah, well, Jeffrey's deleting it because it was his thread that was looking for help. Not even that. He tells me I help him out, and he's like, "Oh man, it's yours." Like filament and the coupon. I was like, "It's fine, man. Just keep it." Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I have to send you it. I said I was going to, and I'm nothing but appreciative. And I said, okay, well, here's the STL you want. Instead of, I modified the STL for the bracket for him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him how to figure it out, and then I did it anyways. So, but the Gmax files for a $4,000 printer, they're made in inches.
Yeah, well,
I think. Because when you put them in the slicer, they're this big.
oh,
Oh, I use Special Magic, Stacy Tyler.
Magic Man.
What are you working on lately, Matt?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing much. I haven't been printing much, actually. I've been printing a bunch of Sid's models. Sid Nikkei? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Sid Van Dijk. Sid
Yeah. He had that sale over a couple of weeks for like $10 for his bust. So I picked up Jonathan Banks.
Cool.
Nice.
dude, his files are
Mm.
ridiculously
Max
awesome.
Sidlow. Rest in peace, Max Sidlow.
Yeah.
And Joker. I still got some supports to remove on him. And I got Davos I'm printing out. But other than that, nothing much.
Butchum's back.
Well,
Can't
He
sleep.
said that thing to his wife, and he's probably like
He's in
relegated to
bed.
the couch.
He got
No,
kicked out of
he
bed.
finished up.
He tried that whole best part of waking up.
Oh, we're gonna get somebody in trouble one day.
So Stacy Tyler's got a serious question. A Slibit or Fusion? I don't know what its double is, but
SolidWorks part.
calm down. I don't use that. I use Fusion 360, or if I have to, Tinkercad. Sometimes there are things that are just faster to do in Tinkercad,
I love when he says Tinkercad.
but otherwise it's Fusion 360. I take an STL, insert it as a mesh, modify it to be a B-rep,
Yeah, you insert it.
then I flatten the planes, rotate as needed, verify the angles, add sketches, modify, lather, rinse, repeat, and then export as an STL.
Oh, that sounded really sexy. Can you say it again really slowly?
I spent like
OBJ.
2 hours trying to import an SVG, extrude it, and put a chamfer along the edge of it in Fusion 360 yesterday. Finally gave up, gave it to Buttram. He worked on it for a bit, and I guess something was wonky with the SVG, or it just didn't want to.
Send it my way. I'll take a look at it
It
for you.
didn't want to. Well,
I
it's
get
done
bored.
now. He managed to do it. I don't know how he ended up doing it, but
Well, it's because he's Buttrion.
he's asking, how do you flatten the planes?
Oh, he wants to know how I do the thing where when you're looking at the model, it's no longer all these triangles. It's actually
Yeah.
nice flat squares.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
He's not
Carefully
gonna tell you.
guarded monkey secret.
Not for
Apparently
Buttrion.com.
so.
Oh,
That was one of the things I did. Was I ended up I put it out as an STL and then just re-imported that, and it was like, holy cow, I can't mess with this, man. Trying to grab the edge to do the chamfer, it was like now it was a gazillion pieces instead of like 4.
yeah.
That was
I'm
close.
loading Fusion right now. I'll show you. I'll share my screen and my knowledge.
Mr. Butcher, language.
Buttrion, we had an agreement. I'm
Up
no
on the
longer
big screen.
accepting. I'm no longer accepting your sponsorship, sir.
You're ruined.
How did the guy get back there? What the owns me?
Let's see. Whatever icons do I have? Oh, here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no, I left that open. It's all right.
So tired.
You still only have 6 on at a time with StreamYards, or can you do more now?
You can do 6. That's it.
There's totally enough for another row.
Yeah.
There is.
I think it has to do with the processing.
You're a processor.
Probably.
All right,
Stream Deck
You
can
ready?
only handle so many people at one time.
here you go. Here's some knowledge. Drop some
Drop that
knowledge.
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 Yeah.
All right. Here is a Ender 3 BMG bracket. Allows you to redirect. Basically, it lets you turn the motor 90 degrees so the BMG no longer interferes with the lead screw. Right now, it's a mesh. You can see
Yeah.
Fuck that
right here,
scale.
mesh body.
Yep.
So I just imported the mesh. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to click this. Do not capture design history and continue. Once it's refreshed, right click, mesh to burp. Okay. Once it's done this, I like to come up here.
What's that called? Mesh to what?
B-rep.
B-rep.
Okay.
I right click on this and I turn back on the design history. So now I get my channel back. Because of converting it from a mesh to a B-rep, it can't put that in the history because if you roll back beyond that point, it causes such a fuck show
Yeah.
in Fusion that it just dies. So you have to turn off the history, convert it, then turn it back.
Yeah. And
Now
you
that
kinda
I
do
have
that
it-
right away so that it's the first step so that you don't
I
have to
always
worry about.
well, you can't modify it otherwise.
Oh,
Like, you
gotcha.
can modify it as in the mesh tools. I don't know those very well. I just use the design tools that I know. But you see how it's got all these triangulars here,
Facets.
right?
Yeah.
And if I flip
Yeah,
it,
you can
it's thing.
select them and extrude them.
So like if you try to adjust anything, you get it's a mess, right?
Well, it's a mesh. Yeah.
Well, and then this is just messy. Like where you click on the points to change this, like
Right.
dirty. So what you do is you go to modify and
Dirty man.
you choose replace face.
I love
Now this works sometimes. Sometimes you have to play with it. If I click this one, and then my tangent face is this one, if it's cooperating, it will undo the entire,
Ooh, fancy schmancy.
Nice.
and you just click OK.
That's
Now-
the days right there.
Didn't fix all of it.
Okay.
Fix a lot of it.
Okay, so curves it can't do. Okay, because
Curves.
it's a curve.
Now you
Can't do
tell us.
curves.
But all the flat faces are completely flattenized, which means you want to put a sketch on this one, you can do it. You want to project it, easy enough. You can take this all out. But one of my favorite things to do about stuff with Fusion is okay, so I want to change this chamfer. Like, how do you change this chamfer? Like, what do? You just click on it and hit delete. Now I can rechamfer it.
Gotcha.
I don't like this face anymore. Go away, face. Get out of here, face. Go. Piss off, ghost. But you see how that one went into a curve? It
I
messed
don't
up.
like your face.
Get out of here, Patreon.com and your dirty face.
You can always do a Boolean and like chop out those curves and then redo them, and you'll have a nice.
So, I mean, if you
Right.
wanted to, you take this, right? You make a sketch right here. I'm going to project. That's not what I wanted. Get out of here. What? What happened? Project all the face parts. Okay, so now I've got a projection. Now if I want, it just, see how it kind of snaps to where the middle is? Now it's like I can get rid of this.
Right.
It is actually off center.
Yeah, it's center
now-
of the whole object. That circle's not
Yeah.
center of the object.
I'll
Usually when I import stuff, I just do circle from like edge to edge. That's
or
usually more
what I'll do
accurate.
is, if you find the,
Yeah, exactly. 2-point circle.
it'll pop up with that triangle. I'm pretty sure it's that one. All right, and then,
And then just scale it up from the center point so that
well,
it'll still be centered, right?
now I can throw a circle right on
Right.
I could make those construction lines if I wanted to instead of just lines. But if I need the hole bigger or if I need it smaller, what I do is I'll put it in and then I'll make it bigger.
Yeah. You put it in
Okay.
the hole and make it bigger.
Yeah, put it in the hole, make it bigger. Now I'll extrude all three of those pieces to here. as a join. So long, chamfer. Now my hole is smaller. I've gotten rid of that bevel. I can
David
re-add
Brand.
my own.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Cool.
This is why everyone should frickin' upload the gosh darn step file.
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
it would
Yeah.
make things pretty handy, but at the same time, I think it's just a case of
David, because it's quarantine and why not?
Dave,
so
we're
Dave,
waiting
we
for
have
you to finish your extruding so you can come hang out with us. But
Yes.
now it's 12:42.
I named your Railcore project, and I earned myself a free Railcore out of it.
Yep. He
So
did.
I'm sorry, if you were here to defend yourself, that never would have happened.
Oh. Good night, Chris Travis.
Smoke Chuck's roast.
Burned ends are the best. I also love the bacon back crisps, where they take the skin off the bacon and throw them in the fryer. And
No, now I'm gonna get hungry.
yeah,
Burnt ends are just the fat, right? Off the tip.
usually, yeah. After you polish your hand, it's automatically extrude randomly. Sometimes it depends on how well your waterworks are hooked up. Sometimes it might not extrude at all, and then you're just sitting there sad, crying in the fetal position. Oh man, what else do I need to do? I put the power supply on for no reason. I don't even have it wired. Like, there's no wires coming out of it.
I need to pick myself one of those handy little LED drivers.
Oh, I've
that
not seen
somebody
that yet.
developed.
Yeah, you do. Rocker.
Well, do it. Order it. Printedsolid.com. Go.
.org.
I got a whole roll.
My favorite is the fake printed solid on eBay that sells printed solid filament.
That red looks
they-
really sexy, man. It's awesome.
Are they solid
frame?
printed?
Yeah.
Let me turn it so the light
That's a
hits
good
it
red.
correctly.
I mean, it's
Hold on. Let me get the light
that's a
on.
nice deep red.
There
you know.
you go.
Get off
That's
of that.
That's Canada's red. You give it back.
That's America red. Yep, it is quite nice. I cannot wait to finish this Bear Mara. Sorry, Bear Mara Volcano Edition.
It's erupting.
Because I put a volcano on there so I can...
Can we call that thing liquid magma?
Hot magma.
Hot magma.
Molten hot magma.
Jalapeno poppers and eggs. Ooh.
Jalapeno poppers and eggs?
Oh, that's the best. Oh, all I know is for breakfast, I've got some leftover smoked tri-tip. And I'm going to warm that shit up and make some eggs and...
Put them in a
some
tortilla?
Tortillas. No, I'm going to get some tortillas and I'm just going to
Is it, Chris, is it just the tip?
It's the triple tip.
Triple tip. That's like Sharknado.
I just watched that the other day.
So is it like
I
Double
love that
Dick Dude, but 3?
Oh God.
I've never seen that. I mean, is it any good? Like a B movie? Like
Oh, it's a really good B movie. Like,
okay.
Venomous is good. Sharknado is good. Sharknado
sounds
2
really
is.
good.
They had 5 Sharknados.
Yeah. That's what I thought was weird. Is that
Or whatever
I've
one
never
said,
seen
like-
so many?
Any other
If it doesn't
sequel.
make money, no one's going to make another one. That's not how the world works.
Oh,
So if
smoked mac and
Sharknado
cheese.
was garbage and didn't
Is
make
1
any
a.m.
money,
a good time to make mac and cheese?
yes.
So
Let's
here's
do
a
it.
movie that everyone needs to watch. It's called Venomous. It starts out with a girl who's being eaten out by another girl. That was literally the first like 3 minutes. And the stars in the movie.
I've seen
were-
this before.
There's just Jenna McCarthy. She wasn't one of the girls that was. She was just
Oh.
There was Will Wheaton
Night Graybeard.
and Goodnight Graybeard, and Robert Englund of Friday the
Nightmare
13th.
Before on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street. And then a couple other like famous actors that just were like in this movie for fun. It's about a giant mutated snake that they made, and it was eating people, like Tremors style.
Yeah.
But it was just a giant mutated.
Nice.
I mean, giant with horrible CG. Just
So-
horrible.
That thread just expanded a little with Pooch there.
Oh boy.
He may have ordered 80 rolls of filament.
Oh, in 13 packages. Nice.
Well, just apparently the weight, because he said so. Murphy's Law jack pads. The guys out in, I think they're in Texas, who were doing a bunch, and they had the big 13 spools shipped, like a PETG from Prusa. He's like, oh, I see you got lucky 13. Pooch is like, reread your order again. That's awesome if they're producing that much that they need that kind of weight. That's a big flex.
Oh yeah. I would have
Well,
liked
he
to
also
seen some
got that-
American companies get in that.
We had Coca-Cola donate a big roll of that plastic, right?
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Did they really? They gave him the sheeting.
Yeah, I mean it's like a giant ass spool too.
Yeah.
Thing looked like it was like 3 foot in diameter or something crazy. Maybe it was just the scale. Should have had a banana in there for scale.
How many? Yeah, but those are bigger than regular
Right.
kilogram spools, because that would be 80 kilogram ship weight.
No, that's the 80
Pallet, maybe.
3
Pallet weight.
kilogram spools or whatever.
The how many?
What are they? The 5 or 3s?
Oh shit, that's crazy.
It's a lot of filament.
240 is the 3 kilogram spools.
Oh, nice. And then you got to consider boxes and packaging and the number of gummy bears. What's funny
a
is
significant number of gummy bears. Now I wonder if I wonder if they don't do it because of California not letting food that.
Yeah, that may be.
Yeah, might be.
No gummy bears for Pooch.
I'm surprised you can even get PLA shipped there or Pet G or whatever.
Iron Sky: The Coming Race. I've never seen that B movie.
There's a ton that actually can't be shipped in there, eh, Robbie Mac? Because of like transition filaments. Apparently, there's not very many transition filaments sold in California from out of state because you have to list every single filament ingredient, like for the transitions,
Holy
the
cow.
percentages and stuff like that. And you're like, there's no guarantee of how much percentage of blue there is in that filament.
Right.
Whatever, California.
Does Guy Fieri need money for? Oh, I hope they're giving it to like regular, not his like chains. Because I know Guy Fieri has his own like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was to a charity.
Maybe it's his charity. Because I don't know that guy needs anything other than a haircut.
Oh, he needs a haircut. And what's funny is I loved watching a show every once in a while, the Diners, Dives, and Drives or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And you can tell he obviously doesn't like the food, but he still says how good it is.
Right.
He has a really bad tell when he doesn't like something. Like like when he really likes something, he immediately is just like, it's just on. But then when he doesn't like something, he's just like, yeah, this is really good.
Has he ever done a restaurant that you've eaten at and that you're
Yeah.
familiar with their food? What do you think
Yeah.
of his review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the restaurant was that good.
Yeah, that was the
But
same
the food
deal
was
we
good,
had.
but it wasn't any like again. This is Diners, Drives, and Dives or whatever. I don't think that like a lot of this stuff is just like, is it good? And yeah, it's good, but I don't think it was like worth having a TV show
Right.
come out there.
So the other thing can happen though is, so he did one up in this small town in Ontario, or a show much akin to it, I guess. I don't know the exact details because I don't remember, but a show much like that did one in this little small town restaurant. They were so busy because of it that the locals couldn't get in. And then when they finally could, they had basically moved. They didn't care anymore. They didn't want to.
Yeah.
So it shut down because during the regular time, it was fine busy, but otherwise they needed the locals to support it. So the business actually had to shut down
That's why I like Kitchen Nightmares better.
because it had too much success.
We already knew that if Gordon came in there and didn't like it, it was going to fail afterwards anyway. Because most of those people, if they can't run a restaurant beforehand, they're not going to learn in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of those have failed after
Oh
the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
as
The
well.
majority did.
Because
Some of
that's
them are
the thing.
better. But
just because he changed the menu doesn't mean he changed the shitty running of the place.
yeah,
Like
their
the
old
management,
habits
yeah,
die
they made
hard.
they made it better for the show, but old habits die hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
no,
in
if they don't
restaurant.
clean beforehand, they're not going to keep cleaning after he leaves.
Yeah, you need
No, but
to
while
really,
he's there, you got to make it look right.
yeah, it was definitely one of like the UK one was so much better because it was less the drama bullshit and less like him trying to fix everyone's family and marriage. It was just like, let's fix the restaurant.
Yeah.
Once he had the American version, I was like, why am I watching a soap opera? Like, I don't care that
that's-
these two lovers
But the
don't like each
memes
other
that came
anymore.
out of it.
Oh yeah.
What are
Still,
you?
man,
A
I love that
stupid sandwich?
that his run.
It was an
just-
idiot sandwich.
An idiot.
That was from Hell's Kitchen. Oh no, that was from Kitchen Nightmares. But there was another thing where he did the idiot sandwich thing. That was Hell's Kitchen.
All the
freaking
raw
intense.
stuff is from Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That are master.
And I love how I also love the remix one from Ramsey Bolton and Gordon Ramsay with the sausage.
hmm I still love that his
So
final
good.
season was a season with ABC Catering, like that place that he finally walked out on a place, and
Oh, really? I'd love to see that.
it's the last season. I think there was only like 6 episodes in it, but he finally like was just like, I walk out, like I can't help you people.
Well, it's also how many times did he want to walk out but couldn't because of contractual obligations?
Oh no, he could walk out. Like he's gotten on on story about like leaving, but it has to be mutual. Like that's the only thing is like if the other people don't really want him to leave, they're like, because they're trying to force them to change. Like they're trying to sell a product, which is this show that there's all this drama going on. Which, if you ever worked in the kitchen industry, yeah, there's drama.
Oh,
there's
and,
no
and,
such
and
thing
like
as
in big time commercial kitchenery, it's like the Melrose Place of
Yeah.
kitchen. Like who's banging who is definitely on the
Yeah.
table.
I can imagine because we got drama in our kitchen and it's only like 3 people at our house.
Well, I remember when I worked like for restaurants, like my first job, like I thought that's how all restaurants were, like crazy drunk chef, and the second in command
Cocaine
is
everywhere
is
and-
always on cocaine, and like when
Both of them
when
are banging the same sous chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when the chef is done with a pan, he would just throw the hot pan at the person at the dishwashing station, and just say, "Watch out," and hopefully not burn the person. It's like, oh, this is normal. And then after going to a couple different restaurants, it's not normal, but they all had their own drama. Like,
Do you remember there's that Ryan Reynolds movie where they do
Dave, that's the saddest thing. I mean, you have drama in your kitchen and you love alone. Are you polishing your extruder in the kitchen?
Loving alone. That's polishing your hot end.
I unfortunately have no control over the audio on my microphone right now. I just have to talk louder.
Yeah, there's that Ryan Reynolds movie where they all play like the spot your balls joke.
Yeah.
Remember that? I can't remember the name of that movie now.
But Waiting.
Waiting. Thank you. Yes. So, are you waiting for me, Dan, or what? Okay, apparently these are 11 kilograms each. Is that a printer?
Cat butt.
Yeah,
They're 23 kilograms a piece if you do the math. Well, minus packaging. I don't.
Pooch is playing.
We'll find out. It's probably a bunch. It's probably
it.
just like the Prusa staff is coming by. They're just shipping them in containers. It's
Hi,
safer that
Dan.
way. Night, Dan. All right,
Night,
we should
Dan.
probably say goodnight. It's 1 a.m. here. So,
You have
thanks,
4
Robbie
minutes.
Mac.
Thank you
Screw the
guys
4
for having
minutes.
me.
Matt, you're always welcome back. Next time we'll have it more cat butt. I think that always brings up the crowd.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to see Pixel at all today.
He was here.
Oh, you were missing it.
Yeah, I got in late.
Yeah, Willow was doing all the work.
Nice.
It was like, I'm
Working.
working for those dollars. Working for those dollars. That way Jordan didn't have to get naked, so it's good. We didn't have to see Jordan's butt today. We saw
Not today,
Willow's
but it is on stream somewhere.
somewhere, someplace. And then there's Jordan. If you want to follow, oh yeah, you can follow Matt from, you can follow Jake from State Farm on, and Robbie Mack and Jordan, which is Mad Monkey, and Devin something on Twitter.
Devin JCR.
Junior Robotics Club.
David Land.
Junior? You mean 3-time national champion?
I remember seeing that. That was
Wow.
Is there? They need to just not make Cats movies. It's the reason why it works as a musical. Like,
Totally unnecessary.
if they want to make a movie, like actual like Pixar movie about cats, go for it. Want to make realistic cats? Let's not pull a Sonic. All right, just not pull a Sonic. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, good night. Happy modding and have copious amounts of lovemaking this evening, because that's my challenge for all of you on stream and in chat. So
Wow.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
bye-bye. Toodaloo.